Ladies and gentlemen, it is the first movie trivia debate what Stravaganza on this channel. Yes, that's a mouthful, but oh my god, we are here. We are here, and we are here tonight for the animals for Care Rescue LA. I am so excited to bring on some of my favorite people in the world to support, well, some of our favorite hobbies, to bullshit and have fun, but most importantly to, I don't know, maybe get some cute animal cameos throughout this. Now we're going to go over the rules of tonight's competition, debating movies. But before that, I am bringing on the person who inspired me to choose this for our selected charity for the month, for What the Show. Jake Yakavetta, let's tell us about Care Rescue LA real quick.
All right. Yeah, I know that y'all have been doing some great things, like everything that you did for Paul Preston for the Karen Volpe Fund before, like that. It really made me think about another charity that is worthy of the support, and it's definitely Care Rescue LA. As you know, Jen Sturger does amazing work with them. So they're a 501c3 nonprofit rescue to help animals that are in need, obviously a rescue. They also focus on trying to educate people on different breeds. So they try to get rid of the misconceptions about breeds like pit bulls and others that are misproportionately euthanized for no reason other than people just not understanding what these animals are. And one of their main points is by helping to change one person at a time, we can save one animal at a time. And I love that. And so they don't have a facility, but their main focus is putting these animals in foster homes and finding them forever homes. And the money that goes to them provides these animals with vet care, food, supplies, and everything else, while making it easier on the foster parents so they don't have to shoulder that burden, you know.
And one of the things that I'd read on their site, which was so cool for me, was that every single dollar goes to the animals because it is so decentralized like that. It's not, you know, we're not paying into salaries or facility upkeep. It's straight to the animals in need in one of the largest metropolitan areas in the world. It's fantastic.
100%. Everything they do is for the animals. They don't do it for themselves. And it's amazing that not only do they help place these animals into foster care, but they are also trying to educate people. And I love that. I love it.
It's absolutely amazing. And I'm so happy that we are supporting that charity. Well, we, you know, talk movies, have some fun, BS, do that usual thing. And Jake, I'm so glad that you came on to kind of give everybody a view into that charity. I'm going to go ahead and take you off right now. We might see you a little bit later if you want to debate some movies at the end. I don't know, maybe we'll see.
But probably not.
Yeah, probably not. But go ahead and salute, General.
Yeah, and I will be posting links in the chat for the PayPal and their social medias and all that. And also, like you said, every single dollar that's put into the Streamlabs tonight and Super Chats will go directly 100%. To Care Rescue LA.
Even like there's a little fee that it's like 5% that when you donate something through Streamlabs. I take care of that. I pay that out of my pocket for any donations coming to the channel. I just want to let you know, if you donate $20, I'm not donating $19.50. It's $20. So,
right.
But dude, so with that, we're gonna get ready to talk some movies. We're gonna have some fun. Jake's gonna post more links in the chat. I'm gonna pin our Streamlabs streamlabs.com/whattheshow/tip. I'm not going to be judging this alone. I'm not going to be hosting this alone, by the way. It's What the Show. We don't have the What the Show crew on screen with me right now. So I'm going to do a little something about that. We're going to bring in Justin the Juice. How you doing tonight, Juice?
I am doing fantastic. I got my favorite animal, the dragon, right behind me.
That's not a real animal.
Well, it could be. Yeah, they could breathe fire, maybe. But other than that, I'm ready to rock and roll. Ready to do this. Ready to judge some speed round questions. Hoping for some Streamlab donations to give back. That was a great. Thank you, Jake, for doing that, setting it up. That was a great. Sounds like a great organization. So get those Streamlabs in so that you can also answer speedrun questions.
And that's the thing I'm going to bring up in a second. But we have Mike and Bethany. And by the way, one of our favorite things is animal cameos. If you do an animal cameo, this is a subjective competition. Pandering points get you everywhere. Mike and Bethany, how are we doing tonight?
Doing wonderful.
Doing great. Over here on the Deep Cam tonight, representing the Dan Cam for everyone who gets that old movie fights reference. I'm ready to fact check. I'm ready to take notes. I'm ready to pander with my cute puppy and judge hopefully really great debates. I will also be the timekeeper. So just a reminder to the competitors.
And
that'll be the time.
AJ, why don't you tell everybody what we have as incentives for donating tonight?
So we have a full list of questions that we're going to ask tonight, but we don't have to use our own questions. If you have a question that you want to see your movie fighters fight over with a $10 donation, we will fight that question instead of our own on the very next question after your donation. On top of that, if you want to jump in and have some fun in this chat, if you want to fight us, if you want to fight me, well, I'm not competing tonight. Any of these other lovely people, though, it is a $25 donation, and I will personally send you that Streamlabs link to jump in the show with us. Whatever. So we're going to go over the rules real quick before we get everything started and introduce our first competitors. So, movie debate speed round rules. We will have 3 competitors on screen at a time with us. Each competitor will have 30 seconds in the first round, 15 seconds in the second round. How do we determine those rounds? Well, that's a good question. I will read out the question at hand for the debate, and then each competitor must respond with what they are arguing. So, as an example, what is the best Tom Cruise movie? And these 3 lovely people will answer.
I was watching that.
What was that?
Top Gun.
Okay.
I'm going to say Jerry Maguire.
Okay. The correct answer was Vanilla Sky. However, we'll go in the order in which you answered. 30 seconds, and then 15 seconds. And then our judges will be deciding who will be eliminated after that round. We're going to go through our entire list of competitors, kind of Royal Rumble style. However, if you are tossed over the middle rope, it doesn't count. It has to be the top rope.
Both feet hit the floor.
Yes, absolutely. So with that, we are going to introduce our first batch of competitors. One of these people is proof that I cannot be in any way impartial with this, because when WandaVision airs, this gentleman responds to the group chat at 3 o'clock in the morning in Central Time to talk theories. Andres Gallego, how are you doing tonight?
Doing great, good sir. Good to see all you fine people tonight. Cheers.
Welcome back to the show.
Yes. But yeah, no, I'm doing fine. But if there's any hope for the night, is just to Shawn Michaels my way through this entire thing and stepping 1 foot over the line. So let's see where that goes.
And Mr. Gallego, what charity are you fighting for tonight?
I'm for the charity for the animals, man. I'm really bad with names.
All right. So we're going to go ahead and give him a -2 points on the first round. Number 2 in this wonderful competition will be another one of my favorite people. You guys are all my favorite people. But Chloe, how you doing tonight?
I'm doing excellent. Yeah, so hi, I'm Chloe, otherwise Sin Phoenix on YouTube and Twitch. I'm here. I'm fighting for the Care Rescues LA. I think that's the name of the charity.
Yes.
I had to make sure I had that right. I just was like, yeah, no, that was the one. I double checked it.
I already like you way more than that dude over there. So we're rolling in Fast and Furious. Fast and Furious, by the way, is our next competitor. The self-described people's champion.
No, look, I'm trying to get a large pepperoni and cheese.
Oh, he's
bacon,
doing the phone bit.
Peppers, onions.
Get it? Like
No,
he's
I
on
don't want
phone, like we don't matter.
My phone's going off.
Sorry, guys. I was trying to order a quick pie. No anchovies.
Was that Pizza USA?
My intern was supposed to be covering the phones today. Sorry, you got to deal with that dimwit.
Only Pizza USA.
I think I had Jacob doing it. Jacob Whitnaven was running the phones. That guy.
You know,
So-
I
Can't count to 10.
leave
but-
a healthy tip. I don't know anymore, man. I don't know.
So before we get started, we do have $30 so far in donations to Care Rescue LA. One from Nikki Therese, one of my favorite people again. She couldn't be here tonight, but wants us to have a great show, and she will watch it on the repeat. And then we have World's Best Pants donating $10 for homeless animals and also Care Rescue LA.
Thank you, Francis.
So before we get started, do any of our competitors have any questions who are in the chat currently? We're all good.
All good.
Answering
We'll find out.
affirmative or negative will help us out. So we're good to go. Timer. Do we have the timer good to go?
Timer's good to go. Well, first they have to give me their answers, but yes, timer is good to go.
So, Mr. and Mrs. Smith has been announced for a reboot on Amazon Prime. I didn't check my sources. What is the best Angelina Jolie movie? Say it out loud when you think.
Gone in 60 seconds.
Okay.
Gone 60 seconds.
Tomb Raider 2.
Tomb Raider 2.
Girl interrupted.
Girl interrupted. All right, we got all three.
All right. So, John Lastrina will be arguing first with Gone 60 Seconds.
And you have 30 seconds, which is half of 60, to fight your fight. I will be giving you a warning with my whiteboard on my screen when you have 5 seconds left.
Okay.
All
and
right.
your time starts when you're ready. Ready? And
Let's go. All right. Why is Gone in 60 Seconds great? Because it's got Nick Cage, cars, and a whole lot of steel in them. It's a Fast and the Furious movie before the Fast and the Furious. What do you really want? Fast cars, some car sex too, and I believe a great performance by a dog shitting out like keys, and they have to go sneak in to like police impound. It's amazing. Wow, cars, Fast and Furious. In 60
And
seconds.
time.
Inspired performance from Mr. John Lastrina there, giving us every reason we should like that movie.
There
We'll leave it to our judges.
There were some strong arguments.
We'll leave it to our judges for sure. So next we have Chloe talking Tomb Raider 2, Tomb Raider Crate of Light,
The Cradle of Life, yeah.
Tomb Raider Crate of Light, and you'll go on Bethany's Signal.
Chloe, are you ready?
I'm ready.
And go.
Okay, so I want to be first and foremost say Tomb Raider 2 is terrible, but it's so terrible it goes all the way back around again and becoming good and campy and awful, all in the same sentence. See, Angelina Jolie really comes into her own on this role as Lara Croft, as Angelina Jolie, and like the CGI is so under budgeted, even though it was like a super high budget film for the year, like when it came out as like a summer blockbuster. But yeah, it's great. I love it. Terrible experience.
All right.
I'm so glad you're in my family. I'm so glad that I am impartial, but more so,
impartial.
I am so glad that Andres Gallego is going next. Are you ready, sir?
I'm ready.
And your time starts now.
All right. So my personal pick for the best Angelina Jolie movie will have to be Girl Interrupted, because first off, you have an amazing director in James Mangold, who, come on, he directed the Wolverine, he directed Logan, arguably one of the best X-Men films ever made. And then also on top of that, Angelina Jolie, like, she has never been stronger than she's been in this movie. Like, if you want to see all sorts of fucked up, you need to see Girl Interrupted. And it's a
time. Not that time.
All right.
Are we ready for our rebuttals? We will be starting with Mr. John Lustrina. Let me get my timer set to 15 seconds. You have 15 seconds. And your time starts now.
Look, what do we really like? A good Timothy Oliphant. And what does Gone 60 Seconds have? Timothy Oliphant. All right, we love him. He's great. Also, Robert Duvall, Restoring Cars, and Will Patton's there.
Time.
Damn it.
15 seconds. It goes quick.
That was a good Timothy Oliphant. That was
Chloe, your 15-second rebuttal starts now.
All right, I don't even need the full 15 seconds. End of the movie, her and the bad guy running at this giant glowing sphere, reaching in to grab it and colliding midair. Done. Boom.
Wow. Yields the rest of your time. Yes, I respect
bold
that.
strategy, Cotton. See if it works out for her.
See how that pans out for you. That was confidence. I like that. As a judge, I'm just saying I like that confidence. I also like to give out a quick shout out to Kelsey Kirkland, who I see in the chat before Andres gets to do his rebuttal. I totally stole the whiteboard trick from you. So just quick shout out to Kelsey. Love you. You're beautiful. Can't wait to see you in April. All right, Andres, after that soliloquy that I just gave, are you ready? Are you locked in?
Locked in.
And your time starts now.
All right, Girl Interrupted, an entire movie that takes place in a psychiatric hospital starring Winona Ryder, awesome as hell, Clea Duvall, Whoopi Goldberg, Brittany Murphy, who else do we have? Oh, and let's not forget Angelina Jolie as well, too.
All right. I think we have to deliberate, everyone. We have a couple seconds.
So this is apparently the time that I need to vamp and just say that John Lustrina, I love Gone 60 Seconds. Actually, of any movie that will probably be listed tonight, I've seen that movie definitely the most.
I'm locked in with my answer.
Locked in.
Okay. You're locked in?
Locked in.
I also had a really redneck childhood.
Eeny, meeny, miny, moe.
I can, Juice, if you need a second, I can give the reasoning behind my answer.
Okay, yes.
Oh, no.
I won't let it affect my decision.
Yeah, I'm not going to tell you who it is right away. I'm just going to give some pros and cons to everyone's answer. Gone 60 Seconds. That was a great. Already, you kind of had me on board there, Lustrina, because I do thoroughly enjoy that movie. I love that your entire rebuttal is about Timothy Oliphant. I don't know why, but I thought that was great.
He's so hot right now.
I know. He's
Is it because he's very handsome?
He is very handsome. Chloe, I loved your confidence going into the rebuttal. I also liked your take. You did not sell me when you picked Tomb Raider 2, but then you explained your rationale behind it. And I was like, yes, I love the movie that's so bad it's good. The confidence, the so bad it's good, nailed it for me. Andres, again, Girl Interrupted, you kind of already had me sold with your answer. Faltered a little bit in that first round because I felt like we took a little bit too much time on James Mangold, who I do think is a great director, but I was like, what does that have to do exactly with this movie? I was really waiting for you to mention Winona Ryder because I love her. You finally did the rebuttal, so points for that. But I do feel like your rebuttal turned a little bit too much into just listing the cast. So those are my thoughts. Juice, are you ready with your answer?
I'm locked in. I'm locked
in. Okay. Hopefully I didn't sway you one way or another with giving my
No, I locked it in.
So,
Yeah.
everybody's votes. Let's finalize this.
All right.
Okay. So I wrote down the person that I am not voting for. Right.
You're voting out.
So you're
Voting
like,
out, yeah.
yeah.
This is very.
And I feel very mean doing this. It's for the
Yeah,
puppies and the kitties.
for the
everyone.
It's for the puppies. It's for the puppies. It's for the
Nothing
puppies.
personal.
Gosh, I hate doing this.
All right.
Go ahead, Juice.
Unfortunately, I had to go with Gallegos. It was a little too much of just the cast and stuff. I didn't get enough of the movie as somebody that hasn't seen the movie.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I hate to say it, but I had to eliminate you as well, Andres.
What?
I would have loved to see you stick around some more, but I just felt
Yeah.
like the other two arguments were a little stronger, especially since it is a movie that I think you can argue very well for.
Yeah, and both John and Chloe said something about the plot of the movie at the very least, so that's the only reason. Yeah, I'm sorry, Andres, but
It's all good, man.
Yeah, thanks for stopping in. Is there
Andres.
anything you want to plug before you have to leave us?
Yeah.
Yes, I definitely do want to plug a couple of things. I'm going to plug on highvoltagemedia.com. We have a Spider-Man retrospective that's going to be coming out. But personally, something that I've been working on that has been my passion project for so long is actually a motion comic adaptation of one of my favorite Superman / Joker stories. It's called The Sound of One Hand Clapping. It is going to be available on March 5th at tinyurl.com / Sound of One Hand. Check it out. It's something I'm so proud of. Dan Nye from the PJ Network voiced Superman, and he freaking nailed it out of the park. So check that out, guys.
Awesome. Will do.
Cheers.
Thank you
That was
so much
thank you so much, Andres.
Yeah,
The
that was
puppies
great.
appreciate
Cheers.
it. The kitties, the goldfishes out there. I'm sure they need to be rescued too.
What a goldfish. Yeah. What a goldfish. Anyways, we're gonna just jump out of those esoteric references and bring in our next competitor. He's not facing the camera, so I'm gonna. Oh! There he is.
Sorry.
The little brother of the Action Army from Let's Get Ready podcast. We have Ferris Mufana. How you doing tonight, Ferris?
I'm doing good, man.
Good to hear. Number 4. Can you just say
Yeah, I thought it was
four?
5 because Bethany told me it was 5. So I got confused.
There was a little slide. We had a little cancellation, a little tech issues, but we're glad that you're here.
I'm cool with that.
By the way, I'm going to go ahead and refresh our Streamlabs real quick just to make sure. We did have a $50 donation from Jake Yakavetta, the saint of this entire community, for the puppies and kitties, all innuendo intended. Just want to make sure that we can load some questions in here. Don't want anybody to miss out if they did that. So, our next question. WandaVision is the most popular television show in America today because it reflects back on the cinema of the MCU. So, speaking of cinema, what Martin Scorsese film should have a WandaVision-style miniseries? Go.
The Departed.
Departed.
Okay.
Goodfellas.
Wolf of Wall Street.
All right.
Okay.
Oh,
All answers.
I'm so excited to hear this be argued. All right.
everyone gets docked the point for not picking Taxi Driver.
And Juice is judging everyone, so watch out. All right, just to reiterate, Ferris will be going first with The Departed. Then we have Latrina's going next with Goodfellas. And then Chloe is last but not least with Wolf of Wall Street. Everyone's locked in and loaded. I'm going to set my timer to 30 seconds so Ferris can start us off. Ferris, are you ready for me here?
Yeah.
Yes. And your time starts now.
So during The Departed, towards the end of the film, what happens? Mark Wahlberg kills Matt Damon. We don't know why. We don't know how. We don't know what triggered this. That's what this miniseries is going to be about. We're going to find out who is Mark Wahlberg really. Is he dirty? Is he a good cop? Was he actually an assassin for the CIA? We don't know. He had his booties all cleaned up. He murdered Matt Damon. We find out how dirty Matt Damon was. We don't really know. That's what I want this series to find out how corrupt and deep.
And time. Beautiful. All right. All right, Mr. John Lustrina, are you ready for me?
Let's go.
Your time starts now.
All right, we know in Goodfellas what Henry Hill is doing, but what is Samuel L. Jackson Stax doing? Why is he such a fuck up? He's just getting high. Where is he getting high? I want to see where he gets high. I want to see the story of Stax and why he was brutally murdered by Joe Pesci. I want to know those side characters. I want to know what Bobby's doing. We all know what Henry Hill's doing. We all know Brian De Niro. What is Stax doing?
And time. All right. Chloe, are you ready for me?
I am.
Your time starts now.
Okay, so WandaVision is obviously a sitcom. That's what I'm proposing this for. I'm a millennial. I was paying close attention during the whole GameStop thing, and that was absolutely hilarious and depressing. So that's what I say The Wolf of Wall Street needs to be. Also, where Matthew McConaughey, his most notable line came from this movie, and he was in it for 5 minutes. But with that being said, all right, I yield my time.
Oh, yielding time again, Chloe. Wow. Killing it. All right. We're time for a 15-second rebuttal.
Ferris, you're next.
Ferris, you're locked, you're loaded, you're ready, and your time starts now.
Honestly, why would I give a shit about Stax? The man's a drugged out junkie who got killed by the mob. We don't care. We know why he got shot, because he probably stole from the mob. And honestly, The Wolf of Wall Street, I'd actually watch that miniseries because it would be cool. But I fucked up.
It's fine. I like the honesty, though, Ferris. I did like the honesty. All right. That's good. All right. Sean, your 15 seconds. You ready? Are you composed?
Let's go. Now. All right. He got high and forgot to destroy the truck. That's why he got killed. And then Joe Pesci said, hey, why don't you make some coffee? Why don't you make some coffee? And he goes to Frankie's and whatever, goes to make coffee. And then he's and then he shoots Stax and hey, why don't you make coffee? So make coffee. It's a great scene.
And
I've never seen Goodfellas.
Really not leave.
It's good movie. It's leaving Netflix soon, so you gotta watch it.
We're going to finish off with Chloe. Chloe, are you ready for it?
I am.
And your time starts now.
Imagine if you would. Beginning of every episode, Matthew McConaughey does a line of coke, gets a bourbon, narrates the whole thing while we're watching Leonardo DiCaprio lose his entire shit.
All right, yielding time again. With 3 seconds left, Chloe finishes us off there.
Ooh,
all right.
This is tough.
This is a tough one, y'all. You all really brought your A game.
As the impartial host, I do have to mention that Chloe's entire second argument did feel a little bit like everything that everybody who's ever lived in LA has told me about a Leonardo DiCaprio party. And then John, love you, man, but where's the room where you get high?
The one thing I
right now
that our guest here would have fought Chloe on a little bit more is what are the odds you're really getting McConaughey and Leo for a mini series? If someone would have come at me with that would have been. I mean, really. I know a lot of these are probably a little far fetched, but for Leo in particular, I can't imagine doing a mini series. All right. Okay. I think
this is tough.
Oh, this is really tough. This is tough. Not to be like Hal Brunnick about this, but this is really tough. Okay.
All right.
Al Nation. By the way, if you guys do donate through Care Rescue LA because you found it through our stream, just go ahead and please hashtag us. Tag us on Twitter. Let us know at What the Show Pod. Maybe whatever you want to do there. Just we want to know if you're finding the charity through us.
Shout out to all the hooligans, guardians.
So, do our judges have their picks in?
Yeah, locked and loaded.
So, who is being eliminated?
Juice went first last, so I'll go first this time. It pains me to say. We'll see. We have to get a tiebreaker on this one because that's so tough. I feel like everyone had really strong arguments here. I do feel like Ferris knocked Latrina's pick a little bit, and I just feel like you didn't have enough time, Latrina, to really argue back against what Ferris knocked you for. Everything about Chloe's was just perfect, except for, again, the one thing I feel like no one brought up. If they would have, I would be like, "Ooh, true, Leo's not going to do a miniseries." But no one brought that up. That was just me. So with that said, I have to eliminate John Latrina. I'm so sorry.
This was tough. It came down. I'm not gonna lie. Chloe's argument knocked me out. There's no way I was not voting that Chloe was going to be on here, and I had to choose between the two boys, between John and Ferris. And the only reason that I'm going the way that I did is that I felt like the arguing time actually praised somebody, and while I like that as a person, as a movie fighter, it's not the best thing. So I like
Ferris. It as a movie fighter.
I had the same reasoning as Mike. I had to go Ferris as well.
I like it when someone
It pains me.
Ferris as a person.
I only get Ferris on the show, and he's eliminated first round.
You're my favorite person on the show.
Hey, buddy.
Over my own blood.
I didn't say I fucked up. I said Sam Jackson fucked up.
I love you.
You did say you fucked up at the end. You said, "Oh no,
I said he fucked up." You know what?
And Ferris, I want people to find you. I love you. I want them to find you. Where can they find you?
Catch me every Friday at the Let's Get Ready Net. Talk Schmodown every Friday. Mondays we talk sports, and you'll see me around.
That's Ferris Muthana.
Bye.
Thana for anybody unaffiliated. And we're moving on to our next competitor.
Oh boy.
Our next competitor has been dubbed crazy in many circles. As a matter of fact, he is a former movie fights champion, if I'm not correct. If I'm correct. This man has reviewed about a dozen movies at my request. And we've built a pretty fucking good friendship through that. So this is another reason why I am not partial through any of this. Mr. Coijandra, how are you doing tonight?
Doing well. It's true. It's real. AJ has impeccable taste in film, so I have enjoyed our review journey of finding strange art that is delightful. And yes, speed round champion, movie fights champion. I've taken out Dan Merle. I'm just saying, this is a game I know a little bit.
Dan Merle, not available for comment. So, Mr. Coijandro, you are entering the fray, and it's Spidey Cat. Okay, so
hey, that's my cat. How did he get over there?
Spidey Cat can teleport. Don't worry about it. He's in video games too. It's crazy.
So here's the thing: Spidey Cat is your personal son.
I played the game,
but Spidey Cat collectively is all of our son.
I mean, I get that, and I respect it. The internet needs more Spidey Cat, so he's our collective cat, and that's fair. I'm into it.
So we're going to take a dark turn from here, competitors. Our next question. So Jared Leto is in the news again. What actor has the most unsettling performance in the history of film?
Probably say Joaquin Phoenix.
Lustrino Phoenix?
Joaquin Phoenix.
I didn't say anything.
Most unsettling performance in the history.
Sorry. You need Chloe? Sorry.
Do you need the film too, or just the actor?
Just the actor. They can't take any other Joaquin Phoenix movie at all.
That's a tricky question.
Wait, so is it the actor in a specific movie?
Yeah.
You have to argue the movie, but you just say the name of the actor.
Ooh.
It's a great question.
Yep. We'll take however long this takes.
We're gonna give.
I'd say a minute.
Heath Ledger.
1 minute.
I'm going for it. Heath Ledger.
Heath Ledger.
Oh, I know what you're doing.
Oh no.
Jesse Eisenberg.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh,
All
I
right.
know.
So Chloe's
Okay.
going
Yeah.
up first with Joaquin Phoenix. Then we have Coy is going to be arguing Heath Ledger, and then last but not least will be Lastrina arguing Jesse Eisenberg, which really that could go in many directions. Alrighty, Chloe, I'm starting my 30-second timer for you. Are you ready?
I am.
And your time starts now.
All right, so Joaquin Phoenix is first and foremost a character actor, and I'm basing basically my statement here on two different movies. First of all, Joker, and second of all, Her. Obviously, Joker is the big one because that recently came out. But in that movie, the movie was brilliant, absolutely amazing. But I hated it, and I didn't hate it for any production reason or anything. I hated it because of what effectively how good they pulled off the character of the Joker and his true psychosis.
And time. Okay. All right. Corey, you're locked and loaded, ready to fight?
Ready.
And your time starts now.
Unsettling is something that makes you feel something you're not prepared to feel. It's something that actually gets under your skin. There's nothing quite like the Joker in The Dark Knight where you don't know what he's going to laugh like, what he's going to talk like, what he's going to look like. He's true unpredictability, which is the most unsettling thing there is. And in moments where he doesn't even have the makeup on, you can see into his soul the darkness of what Heath Ledger brought to that role. It unsettled him at his very core. It unsettles us watching it because people wanted The Knight's Tale. They expected The Knight's Tale. They got Heath Ledger in a completely different way because he found something unsettling in himself and he was able to bring it to the audience. He was able to unsettle us for all times, the greatest performance ever.
Time.
How do you talk that fast?
It's crazy. All right, John, are you ready for me?
Let's go for it.
Okay. And your time starts now.
Jesse Eisenberg in Batman vs. Superman. What the fuck was he doing? Sticking a Jolly Rancher in some person's mouth? And again, once we started, we had 15 minutes. Now there's less time. Of course there is. That's how time works, Jesse Eisenberg. What the fuck are you doing? Who are you supposed to be? Are you Lex Luthor or Alexander? What the fuck are you trying to do? I am completely perplexed by his character in that film. He's terrible in that movie. I don't know what the fuck he was doing.
And time. It's a fair point. No one knows a lot of the choices that were made in that movie. All right, we are on to our rebuttal round. 15 seconds is on the clock for each of you, and we are starting with Chloe. Are you ready?
I am.
All right, and go.
So Her is a movie that is more like a documentary about Joaquin Phoenix falling in love with Siri on his cell phone, even though he doesn't quite realize it. But the movie actually really makes you kind of question what is reality and what really is love and what does humanity represent. It's just crazy. It gives me the goosebumps.
All right, Coy, you're up next. 15 seconds on the clock. Ready?
In a blockbuster film, sorry.
Oh, go.
Now?
Yep.
In a blockbuster film, you never know what to expect, and you certainly don't expect a performance to rivet you that way. You actually don't know what he's doing next to the point where you don't know what his origin is. He's unsettling to his core because he's a pretty boy actor that's doing so much more than anyone else, and he's actually the hero. He's the Dark Knight of the movie. That's the most unsettling.
Weird noise in the hallway. Okay. All right, Sean. Sorry, I was like, weird noise. All right, 15 seconds is on the clock, and go.
Lex Luthor's plan is stupid. It is predicated on certain things happening in certain time frames at certain points, like Bruce Wayne and our Clark Kent meeting each other, and Clark Kent didn't even know who Batman was anyway. Bruce Wayne.
Okay. All right. This was, first of all, AJ throwing a tricky question.
So, correct answers would have been Tony Collette and Hereditary. It would have been, say, Adam Sandler and Uncut Gems.
That would have been a good one.
Yeah.
I like your guys' choices. Just want to...
I feel like this was like a Joker versus Joker, throw in a little Lex Luthor.
DC all around.
Real
DC.
DC.
Here we go.
We're excited for the new Justice League.
Yeah, we're all clearly just deeply in the Snyder Cut trailer that keeps playing.
Well,
that is really to quote the quote. So it's really tough. All right, I think I know this. It's going to be a weird reasoning, but I think I know what my reasoning is and why. Juice, are you locked in?
Yeah, I don't like it, but I am.
I don't like mine either. All right.
I guess I'm first.
You're
this time.
first this time, yeah, in the snake order of which we were doing this.
My argument has gone basically with arguing your point the whole time, and I'm going with the one that I'm just like, of the three, I didn't think got the point across quite as well as the other two, and that's John.
All right.
I 1,000% agree, but the Jolly Rancher comment drove me.
That's what got me.
So good.
I had to go Chloe. I don't like it. Everyone did so good. I don't like it.
I know.
I don't
Everyone
like
was
it.
good
Everyone
this
did so
time.
good.
Sorry,
Jolly Rancher just got me. Jolly
Yeah,
Rancher.
Jolly Rancher. I really feel like everyone came in really strong with their initial argument, and then the rebuttals kind of got a little hazy for me. The reason I voted to eliminate this person is because I feel like you bit off a little more than you could chew. Everyone else kind of stuck with one movie and were able to kind of hone in on the argument. Chloe, I like that you went bold, and we're trying to kind of discuss both the Joker and the Her. If you would have just stuck with Her, I think that would have been a really interesting choice, but I got confused as to what you were arguing. So I will have to say Chloe. I'm sorry. You've been phenomenal.
Literally, you did a fantastic job. Fantastic.
This is my first time doing something like this, so I'm going to take the W where I can.
Yeah. You are amazing. Tell everybody where they can find you.
So, like I said earlier, I'm on Twitch and YouTube as Sin Phoenix. That's SYNFENIX. You can see it in my little name wherever down here thingy. I stream politics on Twitch, leftist politics, otherwise known as propaganda. I am proof that women should not play video games, and then and then also actual trash. So I would like to apologize and say I'm not sorry for showing up tonight.
I love you, Chloe. You are amazing, and thank you so much for some of the best performances in Movie Fights history. Coy, agreed?
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay.
Thank you.
10 points to Gryffindor.
And with such sweet, parting, we're moving on, and we're bringing on just one of the most awesome people ever, co-host of Schmo Me the Money, Mr. Brandon Buckingham.
I thought I was not next. I thought I was the person after. All right, let's do this. Let's do this.
That was fantastic.
So, shaved Brandon Buckingham.
I did.
The funny thing is, the question is actually specifically tailored in a very prejudicial way.
Oh, jeez.
Towards Brandon Buckingham.
Oh, jeez.
I'm trying to think what question this is.
Outworld has invaded Middle-earth.
Ooh.
Mortal Kombat versus Lord of the Rings. What Middle-earth character do you choose as your champion?
Aragorn.
Did you say Mortal Kombat?
Character. Your Mortal Kombat character versus. Sorry, your Lord of the Rings character.
I cut out, so it's Mortal Kombat, essentially
your Lord of the Rings character. Okay, we're gonna start this over in 3, 2, 1. Yep. After your Lord of the Rings character versus Mortal Kombat character.
So you have to pick two characters?
No, one.
No.
Your Lord of the Rings character is fighting all of Mortal Kombat.
Oh, heard. Okay. I was confused.
So then we choose a Lord of the Rings.
Yes. We're counting this down to 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Aragorn.
Gandalf.
Who did Coy say?
I said Gimli.
Okay, perfect.
Ooh.
And who was first? We had Buck first.
With Aragorn,
Yeah, Buck was first.
Then John with Gandalf.
And then Coy with Gimli. Okay.
Which this is going to be interesting because I understand Mortal Kombat, but I know nothing about Lord of the Rings. So it's going to be fun to judge this one for me.
Oh, God.
All righty. So we have Buck first. So your time. Let me get back to 30 seconds on my timer. Let me write my message back. You're a professional. Okay. Are you ready for me, Buck?
Let's do this.
All right. And go.
So I picked Aragorn, who is the one true king of Middle-earth. He also has the best sword in Middle-earth. It literally cut the hand from a Dark Lord. So a couple of fighters is no big deal. He will be wiping them out left and right. Like he killed at Helm's probably at least 2,000 or 3,000 Urkai. So a couple of fighters from Mortal Kombat, no big deal. He'll wipe the floor with them.
And time. That was, you like wrap that up in a bow. Perfectly on time there. All right. So then the next, John answered with Gandalf, correct?
Yep.
So you'll
Yes,
be
I
fighting Gandalf. Your 30 seconds starts. Are you ready for it? And
I am.
Go.
Oh, did you? Oh, sorry.
Oh no,
Gandalf-
just me. I'll be out.
And go.
Gandalf is a wizard. He has lived 300 lives of men. He's been around. If anyone can dispatch anyone in Mortal Kombat, it's Gandalf. He has a fucking staff and a ring of power given to him by one of the elves. And there's only 3 of those that were given to the elves. Gandalf has fought a Balrog, come back as Gandalf the White to take on Saruman, and he is the one that can take on anyone.
And time. All right. Beautiful, beautiful. All right. So Koi is last but certainly not least. Your 30 seconds is on the clock. Are you ready?
Ready.
And go.
In Mortal Kombat, you have to think about defense and offense, and Gimli is able to handle himself offensively using multiple weapons, certainly an axe, but he's also very good defensively because if you think about the fighting styles in Mortal Kombat, there's a lot of jabs, there's a lot of uppercuts. Uppercuts don't land very well in short characters, neither do jabs. That leaves people only with leg sweeps and abilities to take out taller characters. Both of these guys are very tall. Gimli can both dish out punishment and receive punishment. He's the eldest, he's got the wisdom, and he's got the fighting ability, and he's a fucking dwarf. Dude's got this. I rest the rest of my case. Gimli's the winner. Comfortably.
Beautiful. With 3 seconds to spare. Tied that one up there. All right. Getting 15 seconds on the clock here. Buck, are you ready? Locked and loaded.
Yeah.
And your time starts now.
Okay, first of all, Gandalf is old, so he can't move. You need someone that's a little bit more agile, like Aragorn. And Gimli's too small. Like, he won't be able to hit someone that's taller than him. Like, they literally can just rest their arm on his head. Like, what can Gimli do?
Beautiful. And John, you're up next. Gonna go ahead and rebuttal for Gandalf there. You got 15 seconds, and your time starts now.
Gandalf can't move. Gandalf was there in the mines of Moria. Gandalf was there at the Battle of the 5 Armies. Gandalf was there at the Battle of Pelennor Field. Gandalf can move like anyone and kick mad fucking ass, and he likes to smoke pipe weed.
And that last second, ooh, you used every bit of that 15 seconds. That was beautiful. All right. Last but not least, we're circling back to Koi. You got 15 seconds on the clock. Your time starts now.
I'm pretty sure in all 3 movies at no point did anyone even try to rest their head on Gimli because that would not go well. Also, one of these guys is just a very old human. You take that guy out in the back, that's it. That's curtains. He's a weak human. He's a human at the end of the day. The other guy is a very old wizard. At least go with Legolas if you're going to play a distance fighter. Neither of these guys have a chance, whereas Gimli
And
can take out
time.
his
I loved this argument. It literally was like half of you were speaking a foreign language to me, but I think I picked up enough.
Games. Like, I love it.
I don't mess around in Mortal Kombat. Tactics.
This is ooh.
This channel, you know this channel. That's all I gotta say.
All right, I think I've got my answer.
I am locked in.
I'm locked in. I'm locked in. I'm not happy about it, but I'm locked in. I'm not happy about any of this so far.
I love
this time.
I love how Koi brought the Mortal Kombat effect of like being able to do the low blocks and stuff. And I love how Buck really went after both people in his rebuttal. Johnny did great. I love you, but there was no Jolly Rancher in this argument. I had to go Johnny on this one.
The no Jolly Rancher.
You know, Juice, I mean, you better be scared. I mean, Gandalf's just turned you into a frog, so you better watch out.
As long as they get a Jolly Rancher.
I feel like there was a Jolly Rancher in this argument. Again, I think Buck did a really good job rebuttaling at first. And then Latrina kind of came back, and I think he kind of answered to some of Buck's rebuttals. And I did like just the little like weed pipe line at the end. That kind of got me. Also, again, in my limited knowledge of Lord of the Rings, I understand that Gandalf is pretty powerful, and I feel like Latrina did argue that well. I think Coy spoke to me the most because he brought Mortal Kombat into it the most, which is what I understand of these two things. So I was here for that. I was like, yeah, no, you're right. Like, no one's really talking about the fighting style, and that is kind of a big deal in Mortal Kombat. So that kind of, for those reasons, although I do think that Buck made a strong argument, I just feel like that your rebuttal ended up getting rebuttaled better. So for that reason, I voted to eliminate you, Buck. I'm sorry.
All right. This is tough. First off, I heard one of my favorite arguments I've ever heard in round one, and Gimli in Mortal Kombat, I want to see now 100%. And you just made my month, my day, my year. But that argument was fantastic.
I hope it doesn't make your year. We're getting married this year.
So far.
Sorry, guy. I gotta come now dressed as Gimli in Mortal Kombat.
This is tough coming down to it, but in the long run, there was weed in the pipe. So sorry, Buck.
The weed in the pipe was Jolly Rancher, I think.
It was.
Brandon, where can people find you?
You can follow me on Twitter at BrandonBuck88 right there. You can also follow me for my new Schmodown show, Schmo Me Money on Twitter. And then if you go on YouTube and search Schmo Me the Money, we just had an episode with Amber, Maxwell, and Chris Lopez. And it was pretty intense. Every week it gets more and more intense. I'm really excited for next week because we can talk about actual matches. So it's gonna be fun.
It is honestly a great show, and everyone should go check
It's
it
fantastic.
out. How close are you to 100, Buck?
So we passed 100. We're at 108.
108.
So I'm just waiting for YouTube to put its shit together so I can create the custom URL.
Well played. Well, that is exciting news. Congrats on 108. And thank you for stopping by.
And we'll see you again.
Good to see you, buddy.
I'm certain.
Salute, Cash.
Probably next week.
Real quick, Coy, can I say Gimli was my first thought. I was like, it's Gimli. Wait a minute, Wizard,
my first
Raiden?
thought was Legolas, and then I literally thought, well, the screen only has so much room, and he wouldn't have the distance to be relevant, so I had to talk myself out of it.
So, the next competitor, it's pretty special to me, actually. Just 1 second here. We are working through. But yeah, hitboxes are an important thing, and that it's a 2D fighter. You put that together, and it was one of the most awesome.
Nobody's gonna get an uppercut on Gimli. It ain't happening.
Absolutely. So, our next competitor, is, among other awards that she deserving of the best sister of all time. And that is Miss Amy Lancaster.
Woo-woo. Cheers to Amy. Welcome.
Amy,
Welcome.
how you doing tonight? Before we go into our next round, I do have some Streamlabs to read off. We have way blown past our donation record for charities for this channel, by the way. Every single month, everything is for charity. I'm just going to read Streamlabs messages real quick. Jake Yakoveta, we already had. Oh, another Jake Yakoveta. Jake Yakoveta, $50 donation. There's been a serious lack of keytar so far. John Lastrina just want to give awareness for the charity and give what he can with $3 there. And PLD. Do it up, folks. Much love to the crew. Love the work that we're doing, and we're awesome. We knew that. Sin Phoenix with a $20 donation. Thank you for having me on. We had a great time. We had a great time with you.
Yes, we
and
did.
Brandy donated $25. Guys, we're at a total of $188 in donations for Care Rescue LA so far tonight. Wow. What you people
That's
have
awesome.
done.
This is really awesome.
Just being on.
You got to do there will be some key cards coming out.
Patience.
So,
did you say Brandy donated $25?
Yes.
Does that mean that she has to come on camera? I think that
Will she
does.
come on?
No.
Will Brandy come on?
Option.
Those are
You
the
get the
rules.
option. So our next question. In 2020, before the release of Tenet, Christopher Nolan was being heralded as one of the most innovative filmmakers of all time and a possible savior of cinema. So with that, I have to ask you, personally, what's the best James Cameron movie?
Terminator 2.
Damn it, son of a bitch. Fuck.
Good answer. That's all.
I'll take the if you want to go Avatar.
Avatar, all right.
We're related. Okay.
Blue people. Steve Alco.
You know what? Fuck it. Let's go with Titanic.
Oh, I was waiting
right.
for someone to say it.
Interesting. No aliens or Terminator 1.
All right.
I
So
almost
we
went Terminator 1, but
this round.
fuck it, who cares?
I legit almost went True Lies, but I thought I want to win this. Like that was my actual first thought. But I was like, you know what? It's been a little while. It's been about 5 years. I'm not going to rest on those laurels.
That is a great damn movie.
True Lies is
That's a solid pick.
exceptional. If I'd seen True Lies in the last half decade, that would have been the move.
I would have voted for you if you said True Lies.
First, going up in this round will be Coy, who came in with his answer first with Terminator 2. Amy will then be arguing for the Na'vi with Avatar. And the only reason I do know what they're called at the top of my head is because of the theme park land, not because of the movie, because no one remembers anything from the movie. So you could make up whatever you want, Amy. We'd all believe you. And then Lustrina will be coming in last with the biggest, grandest ship. It's been 84 years. Titanic. All right, so we've got 30 seconds on the clock. Coy, are you ready?
Ready.
All right, Terminator 2, argue it, starting now.
Terminator 2 not only transcends sequels, it transcends film because it's actually able to achieve more than the first film set out to do while building into a franchise that didn't have to continue. It's a sequel and it builds into more while having more heart, while using practical effects, while reinventing action sequences, while giving a lot of unknown actors a chance, while also furthering known actors' careers. It does all of the heart and action and pacing that James Cameron's known for. The question is, what is the best James Cameron film? This is all of James Cameron's greatest hits in one film, and it's a classic to this day for a reason. Can't top T2.
And time. All right, that was a lot of information at once. That was beautiful. Amy, ready to argue for Jake Sully and whatever the rest of their names are. 30 seconds is on the clock, and go.
So Avatar wasn't great. Avatar was the beginning of the modern blockbuster. Huge budget. It created 3D. 3D died, thankfully. But there's really not a whole lot else to say. It was forgettable, and it had a huge budget. That's
All
it.
right, bold move. Are you yielding the rest of your time?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and she yields the rest of her time. Bold strategy, but I like it. I like bold. All right, John, are you ready for me?
Let's go for it.
Go.
The Titanic was a very big ship that was unsinkable. What was its downfall? What was its greatest challenge? Its greatest opponent? An iceberg. But also a wonderful love story between one of the great actors of our time, Leonardo DiCaprio, and the very lovely Kate Winslet. And also a Lord of the Rings crossover with Bernard Hill and featuring Billy Zane. What other movie of these has Billy Zane?
And
you tell me.
Oh, Billy Zane.
Phantom?
An absolute legend. He is in that, yes. All right. 15 seconds rebuttal time. Corey, you're up first. Your time is now, and go.
I will watch Fern Gully twice. I will watch Dances with Wolves 3 times before I watch Avatar again. As far as Titanic, it is a very classic love story, but that's all it is, and it's an incredible love story. But if you want all of that, including action and a love story and a transcendent piece of sequel cinema, you watch T2 instead. It's just the correct move.
All right, Amy, give me some zest. Give me some Avatar Navi love. Your time starts now.
Difference with Avatar, it was an original story. The Titanic, it happened. They lost to a fucking ice cube. Terminator, another sequel. Sorry. I mean, it was great. I love the fucking movie, so I just tried to pick something that wasn't Terminator because you got it first.
Again,
I turn away beer drink. I really appreciate it.
That was pretty honest. Although that Ice Cube line, that may have been the Jolly Rancher line of this round. All right. John, ready for me? 15 seconds is on the clock, and go.
Let's go. Unfortunately for T2, it was essentially erased by Terminator Dark Fate. Why? Who knows? They wanted to make it with a female. But you know what was great about Titanic? When I was a young boy, going into media play, they showed the movie, and I saw boobs, Kate Winslet's boobs, on the TV in the store.
We hit time before you can even mention the boobs. That's all bad.
Boobs must be stricken from the record.
Oh, it is. Okay.
There was technical issue.
Wait, who could forget?
Oh man.
No one even mentioned the great Celine Dion song.
Ooh.
Or that it's actually a really brilliantly acted drama. And Avatar is also a movie.
Avatar is also a movie. I'm going to tell you
what, the 3D.
That theme park land is great. 10 out of 10 on that. But the movie is a movie. All right, Juice, are you ready? Are you ready?
Do I lead this off? Oh, yeah, I'm ready.
Yeah.
You lead this one off?
Okay. So I'm looking at the debate as a whole. If this was just round 2, I would not have gone this way, but it was the whole debate. I love it went to a fucking Ice Cube line, but I have to go for Amy.
Yeah, it's an uphill battle fighting Avatar.
Are you up? You go.
Yeah, I think I go. I don't know. It doesn't really matter. But anyways, same. That Ice Cube line was fantastic. The line of the round for me. But I just feel like the boys kind of outfought you. I mean, yes, they had stronger movies to fight. But yeah, Steve Aoki, Ikni Maya, those are the things I know. Again, from the ride, not the movie. Amy, sorry, you must Siva go.
Siva go.
Unfortunately, that's a pun that you will only get if you've been on Flight of Passage, people.
I had to agree. Unfortunately, as much as it pains me, this is the most difficult thing I've ever done. I've spent my whole life avoiding situations like these. I don't want to do this. I want to please everyone. Please.
All right.
Gosh, dang it.
Amy, where can people find you?
I play games poorly on Twitch sometimes. It's Nekela20, Nekela20. That's about it. I'm on Twitter, and I tried to get blocked by Trump before he was banned, but it didn't work. I tried really hard.
So
thank you guys so much.
Thank you so much, Amy.
30 points for the cat.
Yeah.
Yes. So since we eliminated my sister, let's watch these two losers, white men, fail upwards, and bring on one of my favorite people again. And they're all my feet. I say it for everybody. Doesn't matter. We have to cue some music.
Cue the music, Juice.
You might know this person.
Well done.
That was
Wow.
beautiful.
JTE
Thanks. I'm back after my cameo. If you saw me earlier, I took a quick drink of my water bottle. Thanks, AJ, for that.
I'm new at this.
It's okay. You know what? Engineering's not easy. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise.
No. I am so glad that we got to bring you in with a sick-ass package, though, and a night talking movies.
Koi. Back again in the speed round.
By the way,
never left 6 years ago.
Seems familiar somehow.
Wow, this is crazy.
And dude, there's a moment of weird, like, cognitive dissonance when you start the speed round. Like, my brain was like, it's the same time, but it's a decade later. Oh, no.
What's happening? Some real interesting questions. Like, some of these I wish I could have fought. So I'm excited to hear what this question is.
Oh, we have not done the fun questions yet.
Oh, really? Good. I came just in time.
So, our next question. What R-rated movie would be better if it was remade with Muppets?
Ooh.
This is classic movie fights.
I would say Showgirls.
Bold.
You know why you say it? Because
hold on. Showgirls was not rated R. That was NC-17.
Was there R-rated cut?
Fact
Was
check.
It was NC-17.
All right. Well, let me think something else then.
It was wide releases R-rated. There was NC-17 cuts.
Okay. So should I think of another one? You allow it? Thank you.
I think we'll allow it.
AJ's allowing it. All right, Showgirls. It's in.
Let me just double check the rating on this film.
Doing a quick Google search. Is it rated
Google R-rated movies.
that?
Come on.
It's a specific film. I need to make sure. Although I'm
Mischief,
assuming.
Muppets, Soap, Fight Club.
Ooh, okay.
You know what? Fuck it. Magic Mike.
Magic Mike. We've got a lot of nudity so far.
All of these movies are very sexually charged.
Yes, very.
Yep. Okay. So JT came in first, firing on all cylinders with Showgirls. Then Koi came in second with Fight Club, and John Lastrina came in last but certainly not least, fighting Magic Mike. I can't wait to hear you talk about how hot Channing Tatum is. So I'm excited for that. All right. So JT
Just wait.
to Pat first with 30 seconds on the clock. Are you ready?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, and go.
All right, nobody's a king of satire like Paul Verhoeven, and I'm bringing him back for this movie. He is going to do a Muppet film. Paul Verhoeven. This guy was nude off camera during certain scenes when he films to make the people feel comfortable. He's not going to do that this time. You got Muppets doing the dialogue from this movie. It will actually make it even more ridiculous. Like, you watch this movie at itself, they don't feel like real human characters. It's ridiculous. You put Muppets in there with this violence, the over-sexuality, the nudity. It's going to be a whole nother satire on top of a satire.
So that's a fair point. It's a very fair point, right?
It's weird being back, right? There's like a moment of like.
It's like I've been in the ring in a while.
I had a moment of pure trauma. I was like, the lights.
Yeah. Crazy.
All right, Koi, you'll be arguing for Fight Club. Your 30 seconds starts now.
So not only does mine feature very attractive shirtless men like another film and lots of great sex like another film, but it features lots of nuance and interesting performances. I want to see long monologues from Brad Pitt Muppet while they blow up Project Mayhem. I want to see them making soap. I want to see the human condition through Muppets. And most of all, I want to see what it's like to see someone talking to themselves and then you drop out the other Muppet. So it's a Muppet like, oh, I've been crazy this whole time. I need to experience Jack the Muppet. I need to experience philosophy. I need to experience an existential Muppet crisis.
I love this question so much. Everything about all of this is great so far. All right, John, you gotta be locked in because it's a lot to fight so far. 30 seconds is on the clock. Are you ready for it?
All right, let's go. Let's go for it. Let's do it.
And go.
Magic Mike has so many abs, and we're talking abs. Imagine them in Muppet form. Imagine Channing Tatum, Muppet abs and Muppet butt. Are you fucking kidding me? Oh my God. Joe Manganiello, a Muppet dick. Come on. Magic Mike is a great film. Imagine it in Muppet form. 10 times Oscar-winning performances. Come on, let's fucking go.
And
Magic Mike Muppets. Let's do it.
So we're not supposed to interrupt after the first round, but I just have to say, after John Lastrina's argument there, I never imagined any of you would re-envision any one of those as a horror movie. Let's go.
I never thought the words Muppet Dick would be uttered out loud on this stream, but here we are. We're living.
They were uttered.
Timeline. They were uttered.
On a long enough timeline, every show gets to Muppet Dick.
So true. So true.
Come on, it's 2021. Come on.
Peach whiskey.
All right, 15 seconds is on the clock. JTE, your time starts now.
You guys are losing to two biggest draws of your movies: Brad Pitt abs, Edward Norton abs, a whole bunch of guys with abs. My movie, what do you want with Muppets? You want musical numbers? You want puppetry? Imagine the musical numbers with all the puppetry going on with Jim Henson. There's gonna be Muppets flying around on bicycles. New.
Fair point.
Trying to stay quick.
All right, 15 seconds. Koi starts now.
The sellable things about these two movies are tits and ass. You got rid of the tits and ass. That is going to be a funny short. I would love to see Showgirls, the crazy tits in the pool scene, and Magic Mike be a very funny skit. I'd love to see the hand sewn abs for a minute. I want an actual experience with Muppets. I want to feel. I want to pine. I want to perish. I want mischief Muppets.
And
so that it works.
Yeah, I never thought I'd see people get so passionate about Muppets. Okay, John, 15 seconds on the clock, and go.
Magic Mike is an experience, all set to music. So there's going to be songs, there's going to be dancing, there's going to be laughter. There's also going to be heart. Channing Tatum, in Muppet form, wants to start his own business. Is he doing furniture? No, maybe he's doing chickens. Who knows?
That was
a lot. I don't even know. And the sad thing is I felt like everyone actually rebutted really well.
That was like really
round.
Despite everything, that was really good.
Can I just keep all of them? I think they all deserve to live another round. There's so much.
Okay.
There.
We can do this.
Dick. I don't.
We can do this. We can make everybody live another round. However, that means only one competitor makes it on to the next round.
Oh man.
That's terrible. That's stressful.
I don't know.
Juice, I'm gonna let you make the executive decision.
Well, just because we had some extra questions, that's where I'm leaning.
Three-way tie. If there's a three-way tie organically, then we do this again.
All right.
Okay, three-way tie organically. I'm still voting to eliminate someone, though, correct? In this three-way tie scenario?
We're still voting to eliminate.
This is so hard.
This is tough.
All right, I gotta think here for a minute. But then that rebuttal, though. But that first argument. Oh, this is terrible.
How about this? If somebody donates $25 in the next 2 minutes, we'll do another round with these three.
Well, I mean,
this is a long time.
There was another $50 donation from Jake Yakavetta saying, "I'm still shook by Koi saying Jack the Muppet."
Touche. Oh man,
I think we do it. I think we call it a tie, and I got the perfect tiebreaker round question.
God damn it!
But still, we're going to eliminate two people at the end of this round.
Okay. All right.
You vote for your winner.
We're looking for the winner. So are we automatically going to another round with the three of them?
Yes.
Okay.
All right.
Because that was tough. I think I would have picked. I had someone picked, but I really everyone just rebutted so well. And the first, it was good.
That was fantastic.
That was very
On
good.
all account.
You are picking one winner for this round.
My strategy was just not to be the worst every round, and I would advance. And now I got to fight for my life.
I figured I'd be gone after the first round, so whatever, you know.
Like a murderer's row, honestly, right now. Now I can only pick one. Oh, this is even worse. Okay.
So,
can I donate $25?
Yes.
No, you don't get to buy extra lives. What now? Grogu is inarguably the cutest creature in all of Star Wars history. What is the cutest creature or character in all of Star Wars movies?
I am not the biggest.
What if I don't know its name, but can someone tell me its name? Because I can argue its essence.
Sure.
Did you? I'm sorry.
Is that-
Did you say creature or just character?
Creature or character?
Yeah.
I would like to argue for the young drunk gentleman in 9, the mechanic.
Oh, Bob. Yeah, Babu.
Babu
I don't know.
Frick.
I would like to put in Babu Frick as.
Oh yeah. Okay,
He's my
Yeah,
champion.
Babu
Wait,
Frick is
now that he
the
knows
second
it.
one.
What's the question? The cutest?
Cutest.
Most adorable.
Character, droids count.
No, droids totally count
Character.
in all of Star Wars
Whatever.
movies.
This is a good question.
Yeah, I'm not. Star Wars is not my strength here. I'm trying to think of some characters. It's not Jake Lloyd.
That's what AJ really wanted to argue. This question is dear to my heart.
I said if somebody
love
said
all
Jake
Star
Lloyd for
Wars.
this question, we'd cut out the stream right when that happened. We just
Okay, you know what? I'm going with Poe Dameron.
For the cutest Star Wars
For the
character.
cutest Star
I respect that.
hell yeah.
Who doesn't like a little Oscar Isaac?
Cutest. I'm trying to. Does it have to be a single character?
Or species. You can say Ewoks if you want to say
Like,
Ewoks, because Ewoks are.
Yeah, like a
Ewoks are pretty good.
race, like Wookiees or.
Screw it, man. Porgs.
They are right behind.
We're going
my
porgs.
head, and you're playing to your audience very well. Oh, videos.
Okay.
All right, so
Yeah, Drew.
order this time is Koi fighting for Babu Frick. Great choice. John Latrina will be arguing for Poe Dameron. Also an excellent choice. Both strategy, but a good choice. And then last but not least, JTE will be arguing for the Porg, the #1 merchandise winner until Grogu came out, basically.
Oh,
So all right, let me go ahead and get our time set up. This question is very near and dear to my heart as someone who owns every Ewok, Porg, Grogu, any cute item that Star Wars can basically produce and sell to me, I will buy. Oh, there he is. That's Herbie. All right, so 30 seconds is on the clock. Koi, your time starts now.
I want you to appreciate just how little screen time it took for everyone to love Babu Frick. Think about how long it takes to fall in love with the character. Babu Frick has no screen time, and yet you immediately are endeared to this creature. It's not weirdly ageist by having to be cute because it's young. It's an old man that's drunk, and you're like, please, Uncle Babu Frick, please adopt me. I'll be your nephew or niece. You understand him. You empathize with him. You know where he's coming from. And the moment of redemption when Babu Frick is not dead is arguably one of the best moments of that horrible movie because you need Babu Frick in your life.
Time. All right. Well played. Well played. Okay. So next, I have John Latrina arguing for Poe Dameron. And your time starts now.
Have you seen Poe Dameron smile? Oh my God, the man has sexual chemistry with everyone on screen. Not just with Finn, not just with the brief moments with Rey, but Zora Bliss. That moment at the end of Rise of Skywalker when he's just like, hey, come on, let's go. And she's like, yeah. But you're like, all right, okay. You know, come on. Poe Dameron. Oof, that's where I was like, oh my God. What? Oof, man.
Such a bold, straight. Yeah, I love that. I was like, Ewoks, they're adorable. And you're like, I'm going to talk to you about why Oscar Isaac is a hunk, which, I mean, agreed, but bold. I like it. Not where I thought this was going, but I'm here for it. All right, JT, 30 seconds on the clock, and your time starts now.
If we're talking cuteness, we are talking about something that was made in a lab at Industrial Light and Magic. They were given one note, the word cute and money signs. And this is what they came back with. And before the movie even came out, the Porgs were a huge hit. Everyone was buying these dolls. Your little guy in Rise of Skywalker wasn't until the movie came out where they needed something to hang on to. They were like, oh yeah, he was one good thing. The Porgs took over before the movie even was released. They were the biggest thing in the trailer. They are cuteness in Star Wars. That is exactly what they are. There's no other purpose for them but to be cute.
All right. Okay. I like it. All right. We're going to 15-second rebuttals. We are starting with Coy. Coy, your 15 seconds starts now.
Yes, porgs are engineered in a lab to be cute. That makes them not cute. They're cloned. There's a bunch of them. They're the seagulls of that world. Seagulls are the most annoying creatures on the planet. And Poe Dameron isn't cute. He's hot. You want to fuck Poe. There's a difference between cute and hot. That man is sexy. That's a difference between cute.
Oh, all right. That's going to be hard to tell. Okay. All right, Sean, if you're ready. If you are ready, 15 seconds is yours to tell me why Poe Dameron is just so darn cute. And go.
Let's ask a serious question here. Is it legal to date Babu Frick? Is it legal to marry him? Is it legal to get with a porg? I don't think so. Is it legal in 2021 to get with Poe Dameron and just be taken up in a swarm of glory?
I don't know. Is that cute though? I mean, I guess it depends on your definition, folks. You decide. All right. 15 seconds on the clock. JTE, your time starts now.
Poe Dameron is a rugged, dashing man. Same cute takes away from his coolness. And the porgs are not the seagulls. Seagulls have little beady eyes. Porgs have huge expressive eyes that is do the one thing, the look in your soul with cuteness. When Chewbacca was eating that thing and you saw it, you felt bad.
Whew, whew. All right.
This panel. It's just this panel.
Just keep it going.
Literally phenomenal. Cannot. This is gonna be really tough because now I can only pick one of you, and before I got to keep two of you, so I don't know why.
You did this to yourself. You did it to yourself.
We really did it to ourselves. Okay. I think I have my answer, but this is really tough. Oh, that last. There was a line in there.
Yeah.
So, the Deep Cam did donate $10 in the streams, saying we could save one competitor, but I'll choose that competitor after the voting. That's on me.
The drama. Okay. All right. So we're voting on who we want to go on to the next round.
Who we want to save?
You vote on who you want to save, and I'll save somebody else.
Okay. Ooh, all right. This was a tough one for me, but I think I know where my heart lies. At the end of it.
All right.
Everyone's answers are locked in before we give our reasoning.
Yep.
Juice?
Yeah.
Okay. I start this one, or is Juice?
I think you.
I'll start it because this is my question. Because again, cuteness overlord. Star Wars take home my money. I buy all the things that you try to hawk at me. So with that being said, sorry, John, but you're out for me because I think Coy definitely got you with you wanna fuck Poe Dameron. You don't want. He's not cute. He's not cuddly. He's not something you make a stuffed animal of. You want to snuggle and love it, and it like makes you feel the feels. Now, with that being said, so sorry, you were eliminated, but I agree with you that Poe Dameron is a good-looking man. Then it fell down to JT and Coy, and JT did pick one a species that is very near and dear to my heart, and I agree that they are not seagulls. And that line about the very expressive eyes was fantastic. I think that like literally almost swayed me towards you.
Almost.
But I have to say, why Coy ended up getting the point for me was because of two things. One, you said it, lack of screen time. He's barely in it, and he was what everyone was talking about when that movie ended. And two, it was that surprise. It's the same reason why I think we all are obsessed with Grogu is we didn't know he was coming, and then he was there, and we're like, oh my God, how cute. And same thing with Babu Frick. He wasn't shoved down our throats. We were like, oh my God, he's so cute. So my answer here is Coy, but it was a tough one. Juice?
I can go next, yeah. Wait, hang on. Hottest, best, cute. I want JTE.
Yes. JT is cute, everybody.
Thank you. I would have said myself.
So again, this argument was tough, but again, I was like, I listened to the very last second, and I agree with Juice, and the key word was cute, and that's JTE.
It's those eyes, those expressive eyes.
I gotta say it too. Like, if it was most fuckable, then
Oh, damn right, obviously.
I mean, no. If it's most fuckable, Corey would be out. But it was cutest. So in this time, it is John Lastrina.
John.
God damn.
You know,
You are a legend.
I hope you all can sleep at night.
gonna win
I
the
hope you all,
MVP.
it's 2021. Wow. You know what? Wow. I hope you all can sleep at night.
Good
You
run,
know, my
man.
conscience is clear.
He's already won the MVP, I'm pretty certain, because he lasted.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah,
Beginning.
yeah. You got the MVP of it so far, unless Koi actually lasted till the end.
You know, in all seriousness, this is really fun. I'm glad I did it. When AJ reached out to me personally, I was like, you know what? Fuck it, I'll do it. And I didn't think I would last more than one round. And you know what? Here I am. So
You're the best.
Fun.
You're the best.
Good. I love you
Leon
guys.
Moore, where can people find you?
I think if you search my name on Twitter, you can find me on Twitter or on Facebook, where I post
No, like what's
funny
your
videos.
address?
Oh, it's 1113.
Bringing you a bag of Jolly
Peace out.
Ranchers when we finally get to meet in person, Johnny Gucci, and a
Oh my
pizza.
god, yes.
Jolly Ranchers on a pizza.
So, all of these bits are improv, and I'm new at engineering things. Next up is.
Oh wait.
Wait, so did we decide that
hold
we're saving Koi because you never really gave an answer?
Yeah, we are. Yeah.
We are.
Oh, well, you were just like, we're picking a winner, and then we picked JT, and then you're like,
I
I'm
didn't
gonna
know if I
decide
was
who
still-
to
Finally
pick.
beat Koi. I finally beat him.
And you
and
still
he's-
don't even beat him.
Oh my! He's like the
If
emperor.
people
He
keep
came
on
back.
donating money,
threw the emperor
you're gonna
down
lose
the
them all night
tunnel.
long.
It's a decade of this. JT and
Unbelievable.
So, the next person
You still
on
need a-
right now is somebody that I just met tonight. Somebody I'm really excited to see perform is Mr. Francie.
Oh wait.
Hello.
World's best.
Thank you so much for having me.
How you doing tonight, man?
I'm doing great, man. You guys are doing great too. This has been so wonderful to watch all you guys interacting with each other like this.
Really?
And man, way to just throw the new guy right into the fucking fire, man. I got to go up against Clay and JTE. I'm brand new, man.
Don't
Never
worry.
done movie fights before. What are you talking about?
You got
I
this.
miss
You got
this
this,
girl on the
Francie.
show. And her girlfriend. And, anyway, so we're gonna run into just the most random ass question I could think of.
Okay.
Hey, I like that.
Every single major Hollywood studio has a contract with a theme park. So the independent movies don't get enough love in this regard. What independent movie would have the best theme park attraction?
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Wait.
1990
no.
was independent.
Right off the bat.
Wait. Are you talking about? You're talking about a studio? Are you talking about what studio would have in the park or what movie?
Yeah.
Individual
what
movie or
independent-
studio?
Independent movie
Okay.
would be an independent movie.
Oh, a single independent film that would make a theme park. That's different. A studio.
Annapurna?
Yeah, I know, right?
A24.
So we need to pick an independent film that would have the best amusement park. Correct?
Yeah.
Attraction. One attraction.
It has one attraction that's based on an independent movie.
Yep.
Could be a stunt show.
Adventureland.
Ooh, that's very.
Disqualified. Adventureland is an actual theme park in Des Moines.
Also in Long
It's an
Island.
independent film.
The movie is based on the Long Island one.
It's disqualified.
Okay, I'll ponder further.
I'm disqualifying
accept
because I've been there, and you would lose.
The movie is based on the Long Island one.
So we're gonna have to pitch like the ride / attraction based on the movie.
Yeah, like the
All right.
E Mama Tempien.
Gotcha. Reservoir Dogs.
Yes.
Okay. I'm intrigued to hear that.
Nicely done.
I am intrigued to hear that.
Life Aquatic with Steve Zissou.
I'm also excited to hear that. Okay.
If someone wants to check, I assume that was indie because Wes Anderson gets his own funding, but I it could be studio based, and I don't want to be.
Well, to all of your answers, fucking close
That
enough.
was indie.
Close enough.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't want to lose in a technicality, so we
No,
have
that's
had that
indie.
before.
They're all indie.
We are not doing fact checks at all.
Speak for yourself. No, I'm just
Make
All
shit
right.
up.
So we come in first then with Francie, who is arguing the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Then JTE, who is arguing Reservoir Dogs. And then Koi, who will be arguing Life Aquatic. I'm not going to say the whole name because it's too long. Anyways, so we have 30 seconds on the clock. Francie, you ready for me?
I'm ready.
All right, and go.
All right, so right off the bat, you got 4 of the most beloved characters of all time: Donnie, Mikey, Leo, and Raph. This is going to attract kids, like, just right off the bat. Then you got sewer surfing. You can have, like, horror theme show stuff with, like, Krang, the disembodied brain, and Shredder, who's absolutely terrifying. Baxter Stockman, who turns into a fly. You got horror houses. You got, like, water park slide possibilities. I mean, you got everything, and they're wonderful, beloved characters. That's all the time I need.
Ooh, with 5 seconds to spare.
Yields it.
He yields it. All right, JT, tell me about that Reservoir Dogs attraction. And go.
What's the biggest independent game right now? It's Among Us. So this is like an escape room where one person in the room is Mr. Orange. He is the undercover cop, and the whole other team has to work together to try to find out who's the mole, while the mole is trying to disguise himself as just part of the team. It's Among Us in an escape room, and you're all given color codes, just like in the movie Reservoir Dogs. It's going to be epic. It's Among Us in human form. The biggest game online right now in human form, tied into a Quentin Tarantino movie with violence.
Violent. Yeah, here for that. Here for that personally. All right, Koi, 30 seconds on the clock and go.
What separates Disney from your local theme parks like Adventureland that AJ went to? Theme. I want to paint you a picture. I want you to picture everyone in the outfits in Life Aquatic. I want you to have the beanies. I want you to go on water rides. I want you to explore animal wildlife. I want to invent animal wildlife. This is great for kids and adults alike because there's nothing like the beautiful perspective of a film from Wes Anderson. Every bathroom will be beautiful. Every eating area will be beautiful. Every hallway will be that, plus the rides, plus the excitement, plus the education and theme tone.
Whew. All right. You spoke to the absolute theme park nerd in me there. So that was, I do like good theming. If there's like fun merchandise, again, I just apparently give Disney all my money. And I'm in for that. I'm in for the beanies. Okay. Francie, 15 seconds, rebuttal. Are you ready for me?
I'm ready.
And go.
Number 1, Life Aquatic is a niche audience, and you can only do one thing with that. Aquarium, those already exist. Number 2, Reservoir, also somewhat of a niche audience, and you have a great idea there, but it's only one possibility, escape room. And Ninja Turtles opens up more possibilities, more ideas, different attractions.
And time. Well done. Nicely done. Getting really good at that speed talking already. All right. JT, you're up to bat. 15 seconds starts now.
Koi, you just described the 70s aquarium. There's aquariums everywhere you could go in America. It's not a big deal. It's Life Aquatic. No one's going to know. Ninja Turtles, I don't trust them to put together a good amusement park. At one point, they had these guys up on stage with guitars. They drove those guys into the ground. They were cheesy.
Kind of a fair point. That they have tried it. They have failed. All right. Koi, tell me why it's not just an aquarium. 15 seconds is on the clock. And go.
What you've described as weakness is actually my strength. Mine can exist, and we can improve on an already built-in infrastructure. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, you're just going to get syphilis. That 90s movie is dirty. It's problematic. Reservoir Dogs is a warehouse you walk in and die in. Both of these things are dangerous. Mine is an existing property that you add to.
Sometimes I think I know where I'm going, and then the rebuttal round comes, and I'm completely swayed otherwise. Whew. Oh, that was tough. I now know why they said that so much. It all makes sense now. All right. Let's lock in our answers, folks. Okay. Yeah. I think I know where I'm going. I do think I know where I'm going.
Oh, wow.
This is tough.
All right. Who's first this time?
Juice?
I can go first. Oh, man. Everyone made very good arguments. But yeah, I just didn't get enough beyond the aquarium, unfortunately. I had to go koi.
Yeah.
It hurts. It hurts. It's like picking my children, even though I just met all of you.
All right, I'll go next. This comes down to, I felt like it wasn't arguing the movie, it was arguing what Among Us would be, and I'm sorry, but it's JTE.
Now, this one was difficult. Like I said, I thought I knew where I was going. And then the first couple of rebuttals came in, and I was like, yeah, you're right. It's an aquarium. Because at first I was really hyped for those beanies. And then I was like, it's an aquarium. Yeah, like we have aquariums, like, you know. But then I feel like, again, sometimes it's a benefit of going last. Koi was able to take in that, listen to it, give it an appropriate rebuttal as to why it was more than just an aquarium and how it is an existing thing and how you can kind of work on it. I like that Francie really brought in how much it appeals to people. Again, we're talking independent movies, so really the appeal, it's all gonna be niche audiences. And again, no one likes the movie Avatar, but we all like the stupid Disneyland. So I don't know, but I do think the appeal of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, I think there are a lot of possibilities you can do with it. So yeah, I unfortunately had to go with eliminating JTE because I feel like I was picking up True Point down on the first round, and just that rebuttal, that Koi, I was like, yeah, but you could do more with it, and the beanies. So this came down to beanies for me, essentially, I guess. But I
lost to a beanie. Damn, you like aquatic. I should have said you got free beanies with Reservoir Dogs. You would have got free suits and sunglasses. Thanks, guys. I thought I had it with the Among Us. I got to be honest. I was like, oh my god, I think
you were selling it so hard.
It was a good argument. It was good. It sold me.
Yeah.
Where can people find you, man? Good.
JT Movie Thinks. It's right there.
Yep.
And Juice, you're my best friend now. You chose me. Your glasses, mustache are epic. You could be my Reservoir Dogs ride any day. And you're awesome. You're awesome on a guitar.
You again, man.
We will have you on again, JT.
Great to see you, man.
I can't believe I lost the Ninja Turtles. The sequel's really good.
Take that with you. As your parting gift, you did beat Koi in one round.
That's true. All right, guys.
All right, good night.
Thanks, JT.
Yeah. Easy.
All right, so our next contestant is going to be our second LGR contestant of the night. Probably maybe a better speed round fighter than the champion himself, Koi Chandra.
Oh my gosh, I'm screwing up again! Dang it!
That is
I always screw up. He makes me so nervous. That beard is so voluptuous.
That is a good beard.
I just played that song live for 12 people and didn't make one mistake. Dang it.
Look, man, because I knew Koi was on here, I had to run down to my local gas station to get me a bang.
So we are running out of the actual questions I've written for this entire thing. We have 3 more total, and we have 2 more competitors. I just want to make sure that nobody else has submitted in for their question. All right. So our next one is one of my favorite ones. This year, Warrior is celebrating its 10th anniversary. What is the best combat sports movie of all time? Go.
Bloodsport.
Damn it.
Warrior.
Combat sport.
Wrestling, boxing, MMA, any of it. If people fight.
Rocky.
Who said Warrior and who said Bloodsport?
Yeah, I missed that.
I said Warrior.
Warrior.
Bloodsport.
Yep,
Warrior.
good. Ham
Someone
bonus
knows his
Bloodsport.
audience. Justin said Bloodsport. Correct? And I believe you said that first. That's how
Let the record show that Chuck Norris is not in any of these movies.
What an asshole.
It's for the best.
Thank you.
All right, so Justin will be arguing first with Bloodsport. Koi comes second with Warrior, and Francie will be last but not least with Rocky. Okay, cool. All right, let me just get our 30 seconds on the clock.
Before the time gets put on here and before I have to do my argument, I should win MVP for best beard on this panel, period.
I shaved.
Points are fully noted for how great your beard is.
Thank you.
All right, 30
I feel like
seconds.
that was directed
yours.
exactly at me.
Argue.
Headband, don't let the movie fight pregame get you.
That's rule number 1. All right, and Justin, your 30 seconds starts now.
Listen here, we get Jean-Claude Van Damme. He's coming out here doing all kinds of splits. He's doing the kicks where you have to smell his foot right before he hits your face. You got the big dude that's from the South somewhere that's going around giving Alabama ass whoopings everywhere just by pounding people on the head. And you have the most horrible villain you can ever see is a dude you can't even understand his language. He just goes out there and kills people. I almost said fuckers. I'm trying to keep it PG-13 a little bit. But yeah,
say fuck.
All right, with 6 seconds left to spare. He yields his time. Beautiful. Bold strategy. All right, Koi, 30 seconds is on the clock. You know the drill. Time starts now.
What makes a good combat movie? It's the protagonist and the antagonist. Warrior does an incredible thing where you're invested in both characters. The protagonist and antagonist switch because you're invested in both of them, and their fighting styles mirror them, so the fights actually evolve the narrative. A lot of movies with combat, once you're in the fight, it's just a fight. These fights actually evolve the narrative because you're invested. It has an incredible tournament, and it has an incredible coach. Frank Grillo is one of the best coaches in real life and in film of all time. The movie is elevated from that, and the difference between Tom Hardy and Joel Edgerton is reflected in the film, as is the actual global compass of the film. You want them both to win.
And Francie, you're up next. 30 seconds on the clock. Starts now.
There is no combat sport personality character that is more beloved than Rocky Balboa. He's this guy who came from nothing, absolutely nothing, and pulled himself up to take on one of the greats. He doesn't even win in the movie, and you still love him, and you still love him. It's still one of the most beloved movies of all time. You don't just root for him in the ring, you root for him out of the ring. Everything with Adrian, everything with his job, everything with his home life, with his mentor, with Burgess Meredith. At every point, you were rooting for Rocky, and you love him to death.
Time. All righty. We'll argue round. All right, Justin, 15 seconds rebuttal starts now.
Cool. I only want to see your movie. I just go see MMA. In Bloodsport, I get the friend who almost dies. He has to come up and like revenge him in the movie and everything else. And then with Rocky, like you just said, he didn't even win in it. And look, when we go to watch action, we want to see a little bit of cheese, right? That's why we like Fast and the Furious.
Got that right in under the buzzer. All right. Coy, you're up next. 15 seconds starts now.
I feel like we described why Rocky's a good character, not why Rocky the movie is a good movie. And my movie features all the elements that make Rocky work and more. You're actually invested in 2 characters throughout, and it has the relationship elements, and it has the military elements, and it has the fighting elements, and it's a better shot film to experience all of those things in modern day.
And last but not least, Francie will be arguing his last rebuttal here of this round. 15 seconds starts now.
Okay, so Bloodsport, your main character is French. Boo. Okay, Rocky's an all-American hero, and it's wonderful. And the movie is good. The movie has great storytelling. You see the progression, the choices in shot, lighting, everything is to promote this character because that is the heart of the film.
Wow. Where did the French people touch you, man? Like, what's wrong? God,
We wouldn't
are
be
you
here without the
serious?
French. Thanks, God.
Sorry for anybody that's French out there, and plus he's Dutch, so get the movie right. Yeah.
Oh.
God, you just accidentally just cut off all the people that are French. I hope we didn't lose any, people watching.
All our French viewers out there.
All the French viewers.
Ben Goddard just left the chat.
He's Belgian. I mean, I haven't got it wrong.
Locked and loaded, judges?
I am locked.
I'm loaded. All right. I can't remember who starts now.
If you're not loaded, you haven't been doing the show correctly.
Maybe it's me. Let's go. Let's say it's me. All right. Those are all fair arguments. Coy had an advantage. He was fighting a movie that I think I can speak on behalf of all of us is near and dear to our hearts, being Action Army. Everyone loves Warrior. But just because it's a great movie doesn't mean that wins you the fight. I do think that the arguments are very strong. I think the rebuttal was very strong. I have to say Francie's rebuttal might be my favorite, even if it might be factually inaccurate about the French and how Rocky is an all-American hero. And I do think that a lot of your argument about how kind of there would be not a lot of these other movies if it wasn't for Rocky was a good argument. Justin had a tough battle because it's a movie you're arguing I did not know very well, but I was intrigued to hear you argue it. I just feel like there wasn't enough information in there that swayed me as to why this movie that I didn't know very well was the best one. And again, I just feel like Francie kind of took you down with that French comment, even though he is Dutch. But so with that all being said, Justin, I'm sorry. My vote is for you.
See, now I just feel really bad.
That's your inaccurate French comment. Juice,
Yeah.
you're up next.
So, I didn't really like anyone's second round argument, or nothing like stood out to me. So I'm pretty much going straight off the first round. And two people had a solid first round. And unfortunately, David, I did have to go with you. It's not the second round. It wasn't the French comment. It was just based off of the insane virtuosa of Hambone and Coy Jandrew that just really took it over the edge. And nobody really wowed me in the second round, so I was really just basing off of that, unfortunately. But I still loved everything. I still love so much about you, David. And I love the Ninja Turtles.
So I'm similar to you, Juice, in that I didn't think the second round swayed me in any significant way either way. And the first round, I kind of just looked at which movies did they fight for harder in terms of the plot. And when it came to the plot, I had to go with, the more descriptive elements of the plot rather than actions of a character. So unfortunately, sorry, Justin.
Wow.
Oh, I thought you were picking me.
Wow. I got beat by someone prejudiced against the French.
I know. I think that makes us guilty.
I can't believe it. And for somebody not to have seen Bloodsport. Oh my God. What are you doing?
I really love
Now, Justin, Bloodsport
is one of the greatest freaking movies of all time.
It is. I agree.
Yeah, and if you hadn't picked it, I would have.
My last name is Jandro. It's right there on screen.
Bloodsport is so good. These are all three fantastic movies. These are three of the best.
This was tough, in terms of movies.
Yeah, it was a rough thing to have to argue.
Thank you.
I did.
Play me out, man.
I'll play you. I'll actually.
I didn't have enough bang to keep going against Coy anyway. I was going to run out.
Gotta do it slow, Everyone check out Let's Get Right Network. Thank you.
Find you, buddy.
Oh, please God.
So
He's omnipresent. You can
we're
find
at the end of our scheduled competitors. However, it's kind of like when you get through the perfect rounds of Mortal Kombat, and then there's that secret boss. The secret boss at the end of our night's Royal Rumble it's Video Drew.
Oh,
Drew.
Hi. Hi, everybody. So I'm sure no one in the chat could see me in the private chat just talking in all caps and saying what I thought about.
Everybody, we muted all the caps.
Silly arguments. Hi, everybody.
Were you disagreeing that Poe is not the most fuckable Star Wars character? I saw some.
I just have never seen him smile. I also don't understand the argument that you can marry him, so therefore, what's that argument? That was ridiculous.
There's different tiers of cute, hot, sexy. He doesn't have to smile to be bangable.
I know, but that was the argument, was that he was marriage material because it was legal. I don't know if that's a great argument.
That's a real Roman Polanski direction to take that argument. I'm not a fan of it.
The heart wants what it wants, Coy.
Speaking of hearts wanting what they want, though, we're promoting adopting animals in Los Angeles. And do you have 2 new additions to your family this week?
Yeah, we're going to be getting them on Saturday, I think. It's going to be little Tulpa and Sammy. Me and Nerd Chronic are getting 2 foster puppies that we are picking up in Tulare. They're really, really cute. I mean, it started with Nerd Chronic saying 1 puppy is a big responsibility and ended up with us leaving like the foster person's house with him being like, well, if we take these two, we're also gonna have to take the sister with the broken leg because we don't want them to be lonely. And I was like, too many dogs. I can't do 3 dogs at once. But I love where he's coming from with it.
All the
Well, I'm so glad that we're able to have you on, and like for something that we're supporting animals tonight. By the way, Jake Yacavetta again.
Jake, you're out of control. I love you.
To be clear, I donated to the link in the bio, $25, and then I also donated to the Streamlabs because I really didn't realize that one of them was messed up.
So,
cheers! Wow.
Jake donated $200.
Okay, show me up, Jake.
Saying
Jake,
thank you
Big
all.
cheers and salute to ya.
Everybody who's donated tonight. This has
and
been
everyone.
Yes, PLD is in there, Brandy.
Not Roca around here. Every bit counts. No, there's no donation that is too small or too large. All donations are welcome.
$1 is awesome, honestly.
And the next one's actually John Mastrino with $1. And saying thank you all for having me. It was really fun. I'm glad I did it and did better than I expected. You are family. Let's do our part and help. And John, man, you are the homie. I'm so glad we had you on.
Yeah.
He's the best.
John, you're the best, but that argument was trash.
He will return.
How you really feel,
You
Drew.
could have done it.
How you really feel.
But when Video Drew mentioned your argument for Llewyn Davis, oh my god.
Yeah, it was hilarious. That was awesome.
What's the cutest one? You mean the one I can marry legally? Smiles the most. And that's not even true. Poe doesn't even smile that much. Like, it's just a factually incorrect argument. I love you, John. But like,
And then Brandy donated $10 just saying love you guys.
Thank you.
We had this whole thing.
Brandy's the best.
So
Johnny Lastrino will return on What the Show to discuss favorite pizza moments in film.
Absolutely.
Yes,
John
I love
Lastrina
that.
is a great Video Chronic pop culture quiz competitor. We'd love having him on. Just, not someone you want to bring around your kids or something. I don't know.
Noted for the future.
It look like us.
So, oh, wait, we just got a $10 donation from Paul Denuzio. Just let me
PLD.
double check this and make sure it's a question that you guys might be asked for the final rounds.
Oh.
Okay.
And it says, Jake's
Here's the
a
thing.
great
I'm pretty sure I'm
donator.
going to win this, but like it really depends on the question because there's some things I just do not care about.
Jake's a great donator, but he can still eat a big bag of dicks. Ask Jake about his big chocolate dick. Much love. So,
Not a question so much.
You need like a schmobot or something.
Dude.
Ask Jake. Anyways, her question. With recent comments from Spike Lee saying that he'll be open to directing a movie in the MCU, what movie would have been better in the MCU if it had been directed by Spike Lee?
Thor: Dark World.
Iron Man 2.
Captain Marvel.
I like those answers. All right, so Thor 2, Iron Man 2, and Captain Marvel. Starting with Francie with Thor 2, then Coy will be going, and then finishing off with Drew. All right, everyone knows the drill at this point. 30 seconds are on the clock. Francie, if you're ready, go.
All right, well, this is a really easy argument to make because basically any other director could have made that movie better. Thor: Dark World is like the black sheep of the entire MCU. Nobody really liked it. Easy to make it better. Now, Spike Lee's got style. He could have punched things up a little bit, knows humor really well, could have punched that up too, instead of being kind of lame and awkward, and could have done something with Loki too, because that's the type of character that Spike Lee latches on to. The mischievous, just like kind of deceitful person with a heart of gold that never ever wants to admit it. Spike Lee excels in this territory, visually amazing, would have made it 100% better.
Time. Going with the old Thor: The Dark World is probably the worst MCU film argument. I respect it. Low-hanging fruit, but I respect it. All right, Coy, 30 seconds on the clock starts now. Oh, no. We may have lost Clyde.
He said his phone died.
And then I was just about to say, I was amazed we got through an entire thing without quite having any issues. So of course,
we're gonna give a 2-minute break for Coy to get back up.
Perfect. I'm gonna be right back.
So we have to vamp. Does anybody here know how to vamp?
Vamp? Yeah, I can vamp. What do you guys want to talk about? Something not related to the topic? So guys, what are we donating for? Is this for animals? Is this for like cute little bunnies?
For cute, furry little animals. Yeah.
Oh man.
Any animal you can imagine.
I could bring on a cute furry little animal.
I would love to see a cute furry little animal. I gotta tell you something. I didn't know because in LA, where I currently am, it's impossible to get like dogs from shelter. Like the shelters are all the dogs are all gone. Like you can't get. You're on waiting list forever. And puppy or kitty. No puppy. Wait, so our new doggy Sammy has ears just like that. It's insane. They have these giant ears that look like a little like an
Ewok.
Like a little Ewok ears, yeah.
Yeah.
So we call her a little Ewok.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. So I was just saying in LA you can't like find dogs like anywhere, but upstate. I call it upstate because I'm from the East Coast. So it's upstate. Upstate in Tulare. You can just like get dogs on the street.
Huh? What does upstate actually qualify as?
Well, it's upstate. It's upstate.
Anywhere that's north of LA.
You go upwards and then you're in Tulare. So that's upstate.
That's fair.
Mic check.
Check.
I hear you.
I jumped on my computer. I'm so sorry. My phone died and it was very dramatic.
So we are starting that round over.
It wouldn't be. I actually feel so honored that we got a Coy like technical difficulties moment. It wouldn't.
That means we're official.
It's true. Yeah, no, you guys
it really does.
We're legit now.
So we're going to.
All right, we vamped. We're ready.
First
to get
competitor, back. Are you okay with us starting over with an entirely different question because of the technical difficulties?
What?
I have an answer to the question. We can. I mean, I'm cool with him. Like, having a little bit longer to ponder it if we want.
Oh well, we got through our first argument point. But are you guys okay with us just starting off with a new question?
Sure. Go ahead, new question.
Whatever you want to do.
Okay.
Can I say my Spike Lee argument because it was good?
Can I say my Spike Lee argument? It was better.
Off for no points.
Stick with it.
Because of the space between the arguments, it's just a little unfair for our judging panel. So that's why I'm going to introduce a whole new thing.
All right, and introduce.
Joe Taslim tweeted out today that we are getting the trailer for the Mortal Kombat movie this Thursday. What is the best video game movie of all time?
Mortal Kombat, the first one.
Okay. Let's see. Oh man, this is hard. This is really hard because I don't watch a ton of these.
Remember, judges, we are basing our judgments on the arguments.
Yes.
Sonic the Hedgehog.
I've never seen it. Oh.
Okay. All right.
Okay. Let's go with the Jumanji reboot.
Oh, okay.
That's a strong answer.
Yeah, you want to challenge me in the categorical sense?
No.
Movie
If you challenge me on the categorical sense, there was a mobile game released before the movie. So
it was. That's a video game movie.
Yeah.
I agree.
It's actually been in the video game movie category, so I know it's chill.
The only movie of these that I've seen is the Jumanji one, so let's do it.
Okay, so we are going
for juice.
with Francie with Mortal Kombat, then Koi with Sonic, and then Video Drew with...
Wait. Can I change mine? I figured mine out. Never mind. I got a better one. I got a better movie. Shit. Is it too late? Shit.
You're
not gonna allow it. There's no actual rules to this.
Yeah,
shit.
no, we haven't started arguing yet. So.
Okay, so fine. I'm changing my answer. I'm going with Super Mario. Super Mario Brothers. Well,
I'm glad we allowed it. I'm so glad.
I love this.
All right,
I'm so happy.
Same order, but Drew has changed to Super Mario Brothers. Okay.
Sorry, guys. My brain.
Okay.
I love it. I love it.
All right.
Well, let's watch this happen.
Let's watch this happen. If anyone can argue it, it's Drew. I have full faith. All right, so we're starting back with you. A little bit like deja vu. All right, so 30 seconds on the clock, starting now.
All right, so everybody thought it wasn't possible to make a movie out of a video game, and Mortal Kombat proved them wrong. It was very successful. It had strong, well-defined characters. It had every movie trick in the book, like visual effects, practical effects, great acting, wonderful use of camera angles. It was colorful. It was visually interesting. The pacing was excellent. It just moved and moved and moved. You cared about the characters. You got to see your Mortal Kombat iconic characters come to life, and it was a pure joy to watch.
And time. Throwing out the old iconic. That definitely has taken me back to the movie theater.
Oh, iconic. What were you working in a movie theater?
We were not working in a movie theater at the time, but
With Christopher Nolan. These are the drinking game rules. For anybody drinking in the chat, by the way.
oh boy. Oh, thank you for that, AJ. All right.
All right.
Clyde, on his computer now. Everything's working. 30 seconds on the clock. Starts now.
One of these movies appeals to people of all ages because it is a multi-generational impact film. Kids don't know Sonic that well, but they know the adorability of Sonic because they marketed it very well by fixing it. Adults remember and love Sonic, and only one of these movies brought back 90s Jim Carrey, the thing we all needed, the thing we all wanted, the thing we all deserved. It gave us another James Marsden performance that is just James Marsden-tastic, and we got 90s Jim Carrey and an adorable little Sonic. It appeals to everyone.
And time. All right, Drill. All right, for Super Mario Brothers. 30 seconds on the clock. Starts now.
Hey, remember when Dennis Hopper told Princess Butters told whatever that she needed to kiss a dinosaur, and a girl remembers her first kiss from a dinosaur? That's so gross. What kind of movie was Super Mario Brothers? It was the dark, gritty reboot that we needed before we needed dark, gritty reboots of anything. John Leguizamo and Bob Hoskins, they weren't even siblings. This was a Super Mario Brothers that dared to imagine they weren't even siblings. It was beautiful.
And time. That was beautiful. I don't actually know. Those were all really fair points. All right. 15-second rebuttals coming on up. Francie starting off first, and your time starts now.
All right, there's one thing that neither of those movies has, which Mortal Kombat does: a dynamite soundtrack. You can throw that on anytime, anywhere, while you're driving, while you're working out, and you will get thrown back to the movie. You will absolutely love it. You'll get pumped and amped every single time. Get over here!
Why you gotta hit me where I live? Everyone in the chat probably knows so much of Mortal Kombat. That's so good. All right. Koi. Come 50 seconds on the clock. Make me forget about how good that Mortal Kombat soundtrack is. Starting now.
If you talk about adaptation of anything, it needs to live like the original source material. The video game feels like Sonic. Mortal Kombat did at points, but overall there was a lot of drama, a lot of build-up. Kids didn't care about. Sonic feels like Sonic the whole time. You go at the speed of Sonic, and you're invested in the video game of it all.
Drill. 15 seconds. Let's talk some more about people kissing dinosaurs. Time starts now.
Okay, so weird karate, boring, gross teeth, fixed in post. My movie had everything. It had Dennis Hopper as a lizard trying to kiss a woman. It had Bob Hoskins as your leading man. He was the headliner.
Well, give her 20 more seconds.
I like that got like a little stuff on there. My movie has everything.
Dan Cortez.
Nightclub in a Stefan bit. Like it just had
exactly.
Yeah, it was turned into a Stefan bit. I was here for it. Oh, this is almost as bad as the Muppet.
Oh, midgets dressed up as Goombas.
Yeah, Goombas dance in the elevator. They had this thing called a toadstool.
I gotta do the overall argument.
So
really difficult. All right, it's really difficult, but people gotta go to bed at some point, so I gotta write down an answer. People gotta sleep.
I think you can look into your heart and know what the correct answer is. All y'all in the comments too. Put some teeth in the chat and some money in the bank for the dog and kitty stuff rescue.
Any animals, really. I mean,
okay,
except maybe the lizards in Super Mario Brothers, but
mud
and slime.
Sure. All right, start us off.
It's tough to go on this category because you have movies that inherently are not like masterpieces, but they have to go with what they have. And based on that argument, I'm going with like what the movie had, and both people argued this, which is their strengths. I have to go with Francie and Koi. Unfortunately, like Super Mario Brothers didn't have it for me, so video Drew. Sorry.
I think Drew named so many strings of that.
Before you mention a masterpiece from the artist, look at the other movies those people directed. This is everybody's masterpiece for their entire catalog.
Yeah.
Respectively.
I can go next. I heard a lot of great stuff. There were a lot of great movies that were picked here and a lot of great arguments. And, I'm getting to the point where I'm not really remembering all, but I remembered it when I wrote it down. And unfortunately, I had to go with Koi. Something just about Sonic didn't quite. James Marsden being a pro. I rest my case.
It's so interesting. AJ's going to have to come in for the first time and be a tiebreaker here because I picked Francie. I'm going to tell you why. The rebuttal was fantastic. Like I said, I was like, someone tell me, maybe through the Mortal Kombat, because you used that last 15 seconds to come in with that thing. But the thing is you had this really big advantage talking about Mortal Kombat because of the three movies, that's the one that I like the most. It pains me that Sonic is the last movie we saw in a real brick and mortar movie theater, even though I thought it was very enjoyable.
Yeah.
And again, the original argument, Koi was talking about how we were all welcoming back 90s Jim Carrey. I'm going to be honest, I don't like 90s Jim Carrey. So I was not excited. I know. For me, it's fine. Throw flames. I get it. I'm a weirdo. Like Jim Carrey was banned in my house because my mom couldn't stand him. Anyways.
And now you got Hoskins, on the other hand.
I thought that Drew had the hardest uphill battle, and she totally swayed me on as to like why that movie is so bad it's good. And yeah, I wanted more than just that Mortal Kombat has a good soundtrack. I just felt like the original argument Francie didn't have enough. I felt like even though Koi had that thing, most people I know are excited about the 90s Jim Carrey, so I couldn't hold that against him. So yeah, just overall, looking at the full argument, I thought Francie had the best rebuttal, but the full argument, he had the weakest full argument. AJ, you are our tiebreaker.
Oh shit!
I had a feeling this was going to happen.
It's difficult.
Finally happened in the last round.
I know.
So, Francie, you had the most logical, like straightforward and least ridiculous arguments. I wanted something more ridiculous.
That's fair.
Like you were almost there with the soundtrack.
I should have mentioned Johnny Cage punching a four-armed guy in the dick.
It was.
If you did,
I would have sealed it.
That would have solved it.
You would have won. Francie, man, tell people where they can find you, and please come on our channel again.
Kudos.
I would love to, absolutely. Yeah, this was a blast. I would love to be on here again. And now that I have a better idea of the judges' biases, I stand a little better chance next time. But you guys can find me at Twitch TV -- World's Best Pants, spelled exactly like it is right here. World's Best Pants, all one word, pants with a Z. And I do speed runs. I do tutorials for games. My big thing is Ninja Gaiden. I got sub 13 minutes in Ninja Gaiden, which I'm really proud of. But the other thing that I do is with my friend Emily Awesome. We do not reviews exactly, but it's more like discussion and analysis of movies that we love every single week on a show called Set the Scene. It's still on the Twitch channel every Thursdays at 6 p.m. Or sorry, every Tuesday at 6 p.m. And we did American Psycho today, actually. And next week we're doing RoboCop. So by all means, come on in. And Emily is far more better looking and charismatic than I am. So it's a great show to watch. And our discussions are wonderful. And we love it when people engage. So absolutely check it out.
Well done, Pants. The nicest pants in the biz.
Can I say
Thank you so much for coming on.
Dozens of movie fighters, and you're very good.
Thank you. You're wonderful. I was so intimidated by going up against you. I had to see you wreck people round after round, and I was just like, "Oh, what am I going to do?"
Dude, you were great. So, tip of the hat from a vet to the new guy. That was exceptional, man.
You were great. And Video Drew, holy crap! You convinced me that I want to watch Super Mario Brothers now, and I don't like that movie. That's quite a feat. That was amazing.
All right.
Francie.
We'll see you later, Francie.
Squeeze it easy.
So, this last question is going to be actually the basis of the next What the Show episode. 1 week from today, we are going to be doing our Schmodown Fantasy Draft. Not the one that we did before with the actual Schmodown Fantasy stuff, but a Schmodown Fantasy Draft of fictional characters. So, with that, we're asking you, what fictional character would be the best Schmodown competitor?
Brody Bruce.
What was that?
Brody Bruce.
Is that like one of those mall rat guys or something? Yeah, I'm gonna go with let's see if I got something here.
Drew, your response to
Yeah,
that.
I got something. I got Tony Stark.
I would have said the man from Lawnmower Man, but
You want to go with the I almost went in that direction.
All right, so final two. This is it. This is the moment. Coy has fought very hard for many rounds, many battles. Drew has come in. She's fresh. Let's see if she can steal us thunder here at the end, or if the reigning speedrun champion still
Real
reigns.
quick. I want to clarify the question is who would make the best Schmodown competitor? Just
competitor overall. From
Okay,
promos to questions to everything.
All right. So Coy answered first is the words I'm looking for. We do this for a while. So he'll be going first with 30 seconds explaining why Brody would be the best Schmodown competitor. And your 30 seconds starts now.
It is so important to be charismatic and knowledgeable in the Schmodown. Brody Bruce lives movies, he breathes movies, he is movies, and he's a talk show host. He would know how to present himself, he would know how to carry a show, he'd know what funny thing to write on the whiteboard in between rounds, but most importantly, he lives this world. He would care about Inner Geekdom, he would care about Star Wars, he would care about singles, and he'd be a surprisingly good team player because even though he's addicted to TS, he actually rallies behind him. That is a 4-division player who's good at every aspect of the game. Brody Bruce is a future champion if let into this world easy.
All right, and Video Drew, why is your competitor better than John Humphrey?
I think sorry, it's my turn. Yeah. So Tony Stark is I don't know, in the MCU. I think he's gonna have a little head up on Inner Geekdom besides the guy who was like, I don't know, in Mallrats. I don't know. There's something here to be said that Kevin Smith is a great competitor and he exists in that world, but the characters he creates might not know as much about movies as, I don't know, somebody who's a genius, who's able to make hearts out of like machines and always makes pop culture references and lives with the rest of the Avengers. He's their best friend. He knows everything about them. And he'll probably know a bunch of Star Wars references too. So he's perfect.
I mean, did he get Peter Parker's Spider-Man references in Avengers? I can't remember. I can't recall. All right, 15 seconds. That's not the here nor there though. 15 seconds is on the clock for our final rebuttal round. Woo, we've made it. All right, Coy, when you're ready, time starts now.
One of these guys lives in his mom's basement and watches movies and reads comics, so he has time to know this stuff. The other is a genius billionaire playboy philanthropist who wouldn't have the time or care about watching these movies. He's not invested. Brody Bruce, this would be his life. He would be all about it, and he would know multiple categories. Tony Stark might know the MCU, but that's it.
Whew, all right, it's a good one to end it on, AJ, I will say. All right, Drew, it's your time. 15 seconds on the clock, and go.
You're right. One of them does live in his mother's basement and watch a lot of movies. The other one is a comic book superhero who cannot fail. Literally, by definition, he will not fail. He will literally sacrifice himself, but he will save the world. He will save his team. He will win the faction war, and he will come out victorious because he just literally cannot fail.
In time. I do wish that maybe it would have been brought up that he's dead, so it'd be a little hard for him to compete.
Yeah, we retconned it.
but again, that's neither here nor there.
He's a faction. He's going to be manager next season. It's fine.
He's going to be great.
I think he would make a very good manager. He would be good at he would be good at that. That is for sure. And he'd have like Jarvis to go help his team study and stuff.
Yeah, he's got supercomputers, guys. And the argument that Tony Stark doesn't have much time, he seems to have a ton of time.
He doesn't have time. How would he have time for
He's just constantly just floating in space with the nebula. He's just chilling. He's got a kid. Brody doesn't have a kid. Brody can go out on the weekends. Tony can't.
Timelines matter too, because if we're talking about Brody when Coy's talking about Brody, then that means that we're talking about pre most of Inner Geekdom because it's
Yeah.
1995.
Right.
Oh,
And we're
yeah.
talking about somebody who's like very
Mr.
narrow. We're talking about someone who's very narrow in his interests. Think about Tony Stark. He's interested in kids' movies. He's interested in adult movies. He's interested in he's got a broad range.
I feel like as just like in court, like the jury, this is off the record. We're not allowed to take you.
I just like arguing. That's just what I do.
My movie fights was so much fun.
Oh,
All right, Jace, are you
I'm
locked
so
in?
glad that Drew. I'm so glad you were around during movie fights.
Can I go
You're so glad I wasn't around for movie fights?
I am and I'm not.
Let's write down.
Thank you, and also
I'm
whatever.
sad every day that you weren't around.
Yeah, well, that guy too. Whatever.
All right. Let's go ahead and let's crown a champion of our speed round. What the show Stravaganza. It's all for the puppies. It's a long name.
I want to comment to one person real quick before this all goes down. Dean Morgan saying in the comments, "I don't think Tony Stark watches many movies." I guess that's why the guy's just full of pop culture references and he calls everyone Point Break and stuff. I guess because that's because he's never watched a movie.
So that's a fair point. And you did bring up that he does like the pop culture reference, so it was noted.
Okay, that's all I'm saying.
All right, go ahead, Mike. Give your answer.
All right, so we do have our fantasy character Schmodown draft coming up this week, and I had my number one pick, and that picked already, and Coy said it. So
I had nothing to do with the argument, sir. You're like, I'm biased because I also.
That is pretty biased, but I don't have a vote.
The greatest Inner Geekdom player of all time when it comes to any fictional character.
I disagree. Seth Cohen would be, but I think that Brody Bruce would be up there.
Wait, so I'm saying, did you rank Coy because he wins or Coy because he
so
loses? I can't tell.
I had to.
We're voting for the winner.
All right. Yes, we're announcing the winner here because there's only two.
Oh,
people.
okay.
All right, Jace, go ahead with your response.
I was about to argue that I wanted a third round. But because there wasn't a third round, and I think this person would have overtook the lead in the third round, but because we were basing it solely off those first two rounds, I had to go Coy.
It's a clean sweep. I also went Coy.
But Video Drew.
Although I think Video Drew.
Your argument was fucking great.
Look, man, I'm just still commenting at Dean. Pew pew.
It was a 4. It was a 4 to a 5.
Look, man, I didn't expect how hard it would be to come up with answers on the spot. I'm really good at arguing, but coming up with I'm good at you give me the argument and I will argue it for you. I was really bad at coming up with the character on the spot. If you give me 30 minutes, I can come up with way better characters.
Tony Stark. I didn't know where it was going at first. So I was like, that's a
Neither did I.
When you argued it, I was like, that kind of makes sense. Actually.
I just talked myself into that one. Wow. So, hats off to Coy. That was amazing. But anyone who says that Tony Stark doesn't know his pop culture references or doesn't know his movies.
No, you're right.
Yeah, no, that was a great pull, in my opinion.
Yeah, no, I think that was that was it. As has been said, there could be a drinking game. That was a tough one. But yeah, Coy fought for many rounds, as we've established. And there's a reason that he's a speedrun champion. It's right there, folks, just like the olden days.
It felt nostalgic. It was good. And Video Drew keeping on my toes at the end because she came in fresh and was quick with it. And I was like, oh, Mayday.
It was. I can listen
I'm a
to
huge
you
fan of the quirky
argue
merch,
movies at each other all the time.
The Video Drew, the fact that, so Video Drew was super high on my draft list up until people started screaming at me about Star Wars. And then I was like, okay, I need to recalibrate, but at what cost? And then it was the conversation of I'm afraid Video Drew and I would just make promos. And then it turned into that was the concern for season 8. It wouldn't be war. It would be Video Drew and Coy's happy hour.
That would have been really fun. Look, you got Beth May.
I have a deep question.
Literally, that makes me almost want to defect to the Quirky Mercs in terms of buying merch because Beth May is my spirit animal. She's my everything. She's the coolest person I've ever met, and we've never actually met.
Beth May knows one of my friends that doesn't know any one of my other friends. Have that how you feel a secret friend where it's precious that you don't introduce until someone's earned it. She knows that person. So when I was looking at the roster and I went to her Instagram, I was like, mutual friend, this person? Oh, motherfucker.
She's amazing. I don't even want to plug my own stuff. I just want to plug Beth May's new book that she has coming out. It's amazing. Spoken word poetry. She's a genius. So,
But
go check out her stuff.
The topic of plugging your own stuff. Would you like to plug your stuff, Drew, before you leave us here this evening? Thank you for coming.
Sure. Yeah, guys, you can find me over at Video Drew. It's one word. You just type Video Drew, one word into. Otherwise, Google's gonna be like Drew Brees and like show you a video of it. So like, just type in Video Drew. You can find my YouTube channel. You can find my Instagram. You can find my Depop where I sell a lot of Twin Peaks merch. And Poshmark. I do shows almost every day of the week. We do the Video Chronic Pop Culture quizzes on Mondays and Thursdays at 8 p.m. We do Cinema Bias usually on Tuesdays. We missed it today, so we could do this. So we're doing Cinema Bias tomorrow. Then we do on Sundays we do Live in the Dark with Video Drew, which is my in kayfabe late night talk show, a la Between Two Ferns and Space Ghost Coast to Coast. So we gotta get Koi on there at some point because it's pretty fun.
Oh yes.
Yeah. So we have John Roca coming on this weekend. So yeah, just check out my stuff. Also, I'm going to be playing, I think, Josh McCouga in an upcoming Schmoedown match. So I'm really excited.
It's one of them.
It's one of them.
Yeah.
It's like,
whatever.
They're both awesome, amazing humans.
By the way, we might be doing a little post Zoom thing after this. If you want the link and you're not in our chat, just DM Mike, Bethany, Koi. Well, no. Juice, myself. But oh my God, Koi, where can everybody find you?
You champion.
You
first
earned,
champion.
You earned legend because I wanted you to lose this tonight.
Thanks, AJ.
I did not want you to be the guy from Movie Fights who was the greatest from Movie Fights
Amber?
who won.
I was
Hey, Amber,
cheering
shut up,
for
Amber.
JTE.
You
But-
brought in early to make me lose, and I persevered. Let the record show I was saving this until whether I won or lost, but I actually haven't seen Sonic the Hedgehog yet.
Yeah, I know. I knew you
Nice.
had it. I knew you had it. When you pulled out that James Marsden stuff, I was like, you've seen the trailer of Sonic the Hedgehog.
That's my favorite
That's
thing.
why you win this.
About movie
Pro
facts
move.
when people admit at the end that they haven't seen the movie that they won something off of. Literally, my favorite thing. I'm happy.
That's
that-
what we call a pro gamer.
Well, that's funny that you're saving that till the end because I actually want to say I don't know who Tony Stark is. I just know that we're talking about him a lot, so I don't know.
And that's why she's my John Humphrey of the
She
interview.
gets these packages delivered to her house and they say Tony stank.
Yeah, that's the only reason she knows him.
I just realized WandaVision is a combination of their names, so like I'm really starting out.
There's a lot going on. There's a lot of
going on with me right now.
She's learning a lot.
So you can find me. Koi is there's not a lot of us, but if you type in Koi Jondro on your Google or your Bing, if you're a weirdo, I used to use Bing all the time. People make fun of me. Bing's dope. But that said, I have a podcast that drops every Wednesday. I do a video show on YouTube every Tuesday. I do reviews every Thursday or Friday. I do watch-alongs usually every third Thursday. I do Schmoedown. I do a show called Comic Book Shopping. We were up for an Emmy last year, which I'm very honored for comic book to be up for an Emmy, which is insane to me. I host at Collider, Nerdist, Screen Junkies, and I also don't like free time. So I do all of that and more that I can't announce yet, but more is coming. And every Friday I watch WandaVision twice, take notes the second time, and do an hour-long water cooler conversation on Instagram where it's just an hour of free-informed thought, just off the top of my head, ideas that might be happening, which I've loved, which I'm going to keep doing with all the Disney, Marvel shows going forward. So every day of the week I'm doing something live, and then at night I try to have a life, but it doesn't work.
But wait, Koi, have you read that comic book House of M? Because that's like WandaVision. It's kind of like WandaVision.
And Scarlet Witch is actually the sister to Pietro in the comics.
Yeah.
Crazy.
No. And one time I interviewed Evan Peters and he came to my birthday party.
He's
really
so
cool.
handsome.
I know how that story
Okay.
ends.
He kissed me for 5 seconds.
That's legit.
So I just won this whole thing, and I'd like to take my award and go home now.
I've never kissed Evan Peters even for 1 second. So Video Drew, she's
Maybe
got a
the
point.
winner of everything.
That's
this is basically my
just
House of M. This is my reality creation just happening right now.
You know what? I love Halsey so much. I think I would kiss Evan Peters just because he's kissed Halsey, but also to kiss Evan Peters. But it'd be like it'd be about both.
Bonus, yeah.
No, it was awesome. It was
like
definitely a watermark moment of my life.
I respect it. I'm definitely jealous, but like I don't know how I feel about the jealousy.
Yeah. Yeah.
So once again, we are here to benefit Care Rescue LA.
Yeah.
That's the only link in the comments if you're catching this on the replay. 100% of all the Streamlabs donations of anything that ever comes in this channel goes out to charity. My God.
Tonight.
To have Koi Jantro pronounce his name right.
Yes. Thank you.
Koi Jantro. EAU spells O.
My dad's email is actually JONDRO, so people can phonetically get it.
Wait, let me get that down. GRANO. Okay.
This is why Video Drew and I did this up this year. This chaos is just the beginning. You should see us at bars.
How many words?
We live in a society, Koi. Like we live in a society. I forgot what the rest of the sentence is, but like we live in one.
Koi.
So you know.
Can you tell the chat how many words Video Drew is, Koi?
I think Video Drew is 19 words because like each letter it's like an acronym, right? Like it's like a poem.
He figured it out. It actually is like it's an anagram. It's like under the Silver Lake. There's just a lot of cryptology elements involved. It's a cipher.
Yeah. It's vivacious, idiosyncratic, delightful, enigmatic, onomatopoeia, debonair, ravishing, elegant, wondrous.
Yeah, also on drugs, probably. But,
I
wait,
think
you were
we
doing the
missed
letters.
letters
I don't think I could pronounce one of those words.
So next week,
Good.
for everybody who's still on this stream, next week we are doing our Schmodown fantasy draft of completely fictional characters. So if you're wondering, would Wilson be good in the Schmodown? Yeah, that Wilson from Castaway. He's a great team's partner.
Brody Bruce.
Brody Bruce go number one.
We'll see. Brody Bruce in IG. R2D2. Could he actually take the belt away from Alex Damon? And is Ben Bateman actually that kid from The Last Action Hero? Like grown up?
No, wait. What? No, he's maybe Charles Dance from Last Action Hero.
We'll find out. We're going to find out next week on the same stream with the same charity. I love you all. You're amazing.
Thank you, everyone.
Go home.
Squeeze it easy.
Get home.
Pleasure, guys.
Squeeze it.